Maybe set up the timer so that people don't ask all the time. Okay. As far as the new color palettes, by the way. You got a last 100 days XP buff. Oh, I see. It's still not up, man. Really? Oh no, man. Oh, I mean, right now it doesn't matter. If it comes in the next few hours, I guess it'll be fine. I want to get at least one of my characters leveled today. Like, I'm ready, dude. And later today, when the devs wake up, okay, this will be... Yeah, this means like not in 4 hours or less, at least. Basically. So let's try some of these color themes. What do you got? Sunset. Kinda cool. Very cool, actually. I like it. Fire glass. Also nice. Bone. How is this different from like gray, for example? Okay, this is like more yellowish. Beige. Do we have yellow? Okay, this is like a real yellow. Okay. Alright. Cool. And there's another one, I think. Coral. Also nice, I like it. What's that? Huh? Is this from Mortal Kombat? What is this? Yes. Hashtag sponsored? No, it's for you or for me. For me? Oh. Where's the car? Is this what arrived today? Is this what arrived?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he called? I know the guy, but I don't know the name.
Oh, I forgot it now. Slime?
Sub-Zero, yeah. That's the one. Thank you, Nini. Yeah. Nini always picks the most random stuff. Not exactly. I mean, Mortal Kombat is a bit random, but I have played it. Like, 20 years ago. You also have Arthas. You have Exalted Orb Clock. I guess you don't see it, right? It's like in the corner. There on the top. That's very hard to do with one hand, actually. Okay. In a good way. The most random stuff in a good way, Nini. So which one do you have? Coral. I like the sunset one. That's kind of cool. Big hammer. Let's do this. So yeah, try another 7. Maybe I go into Sork a bit, actually. Instead of Druid for now. I can gamble focuses. Find focuses. That might help me for the Spirit. Let's do this. We have the answer shaded. Yeah, there's nothing else here that we really care about, right? Do you have any materials? Let's put this here. The 100% GA cache was one item. You are seeing this right, yeah. This is correct. Very funny, huh? Hi, Robert, by the way. Ricky, nice to take you. Jordan, Boris. Sana. Can I ask Blizzard to give us an option to hide other players' names? Oh, what was your last wish? I don't remember that one exactly. But, you want to hide other players' names? Maybe, I don't know. I never really felt the need to. Let's see if we can do something here with,
You can't be serious, Tomiris. Morgan's folly is lost.
Got our red wings now.
Going back is... This isn't like before. This isn't for the fort, for Akarat. Surely you understand that.
This color theme is very cool, I think. Start us out. Wanted the stacking Helltide thingies. Okay. Any Tormented boss rotations? Oh yeah, actually we could do, I want to do Tormented Beast. If we have people that are up for it and that have some blaster damage, I'll be up for Beast. So the rolls are fixed, but the damage is not fixed, so you still gotta be careful. But if you kill him instantly, it's fine. You can kill him just right when he comes down, basically, before he ever does anything. Do we need any items? Maybe Hellhammer. Fields of Crimson. What about this? I don't care about any of the Necro loot, I guess. Okay, so let's see. The negative temper bug is back. Oh no, really? Oh no.
Well, hello, shiny. Not a bad pull, that.
Okay, only against up. It's fine. I mean, I don't have the craziest boss damage, but I can definitely blast as well.
Return soon.
Yeah, I need like, you know, 2-3 guys that have like really good boss damage, and we can just like blast down Beast in the Eyes, and it's okay. As long as you kill him instantly, it's all fine, basically. Please think that's something first. Yeah. Make Pits competitive Infernal Horde. I think I just need to nerf the Hellborn stuff, or I just need to nerf the Neve Iron stuff a little bit, and the stones, I guess. Either that or this. Like, I think Pit is rewarding enough. I think Infernal Horde is too rewarding, to be honest. I mean, I get it, you know, people want to get their stuff, and it's easy, and so on. They want to play as much and as efficiently as I do. Sure, but I don't know. I think that the grind is too short, thanks to Infernal Hordes. And also, like, with the unique items, like, another problem is that I just reuse, like, 80% of my gear on every single build. Everything is already masterworked. And I don't even have anything to grind for. Because I just swap out, like, a weapon and a ring or something. And then I have a new build. And I don't have anything to do with the new build. You know, it's like, I got everything instantly already done before I even start a build. Because I just reuse everything. It's like pretty scuffed right now compared to last season. Last season was like, you know, I made a build, I played it for like 20 hours, you know, found the pit, I feel the growth with the masterworking, and then I make a new build, and I start from scratch again. I start from masterworking 4, and then work my way up. But now it's like, yeah, okay, I just equip the same like 8 pieces that I already have, fully decked out, and I need to make that one weapon, and I'm good to go. And it just feels kind of like, okay, I played that for like 5 hours, and like, okay, what do I do now with that build? You know, what's the point? Like, I don't know. That's how I feel about making other builds right now. This was way better last season, because I actually had stuff to do. What's up? Oh, nice. It's raining, guys. Yeah. Did you take in the... Okay.
This is for you. Assassin.
It's from Assassin's Creed.
You like clouds?
Wait, let me do a big... Wait, I'm gonna do big cam. Okay, yeah, show it again. Big cam. Is this from Assassin's Creed? Is this from Assassin's Creed or? Looks very dark though. Looks very cool though.
It's the Sorcerer Necromancer. That's for me. I'm pretty sure that's the Witch King.
Looks like it. Is this displays at home?
Yeah.
Okay. You can get displays at home, guys.
You want it?
Get real displays?
Put it here.
Kapow.
How does it look here?
We can check that later, I think. Before you start doing anything now. Okay. Table plates for dinner. It would be funny to actually make like porcelain plates with such a print. Just for decoration. You know, like people have them in their shelves or on the wall sometimes. I tried Boulder. I have not played Boulder, but it's really powerful. That's what I know. Nini is not coming to Gamescom. We were discussing it, but then in the end she decided no, because she has also stuff to do here. So, gonna be alone. And I actually have a lot of like appointments and stuff basically while there, so I'm gonna be busy enough. In fact, I will have a stream on Sunday from one of the booths we have scheduled. It's gonna be quite exciting. Is Puncture and Dial as good as Dial Barrage? No. Puncture is like the comfy easy mode, but Barrage is stronger for sure. The Paladin booth, Monga TOS. It's actually not the Blizzard booth that I stream from. But also I will have an interview actually. I think it's on Friday. Let me double check. You get the Starlight aspect. It's just a normal ring aspect, resource aspect. You have to try to gamble rings maybe. Resource aspects are relatively rare since they're only on jewelry. They can be on necks now as well. Pits should drop boss mats. Do you consider Stygian stones not boss mats? Saved up 12 cash rewards for the new character. I also have like a half stash full of cash rewards. It's gonna be kinda nice to just get started on a fresh character once you open them. I guess you wanna wait until probably level 90 to open them or something, or is it guaranteed 925? I'm not sure. Maybe you can open them at level 1. I wonder if they're gonna be like level 55 required if you open a level 1. I might try once. Might have like really good early game loot. And look, it's down. Okay, Daria mods, you get them from Lonzier and Beast in the Ice. For those 2 bosses you have to farm mostly Blood Maiden, World bosses, and Nightmare Dungeons. I just need level 82 to open. That's a very strange level. Okay. I haven't tried opening them before 100, I guess. I've seen Black Myth who current players on Steam charts. No, not actually, but I heard that's pretty popular. Seems like a cool game. How many does it have? Random Hordes match just is busted beyond belief. I agree. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna tune it in the expansion anyway, and there's gonna be a lot of reworks in the expansion. So right now, okay, this is just a season. This is the Inferno Horde season. It's a new feature, and you know, I think it's okay when like a new season comes out and a new feature. That new feature is pretty good. The problem is that, you know, it would be nice if like it was generally a bit more balanced, right? So they can still do other stuff and not feel bad about, you know, running the pit or whatever, if you may like pit compared to Inferno Hordes or something. So balancing is definitely off there. And the other problem is that, you know, if you always make the new thing too good, kind of by design, let's say, then people will always just do the new thing, and they will always have this, like, you know, OP, like super crazy farm mode like available every single season, right? And then if you ever have a season where that is not the case, then people are gonna baby rage. And people just get used to the super fast progression. Can find middle class everywhere, but Lotzi is the only boss that has it in a loot table. Could see them raising the price to 100 a pull on the chest. That would be a pretty massive nerf. From 20 to 100 it would be too much. But things up like 50 would be okay. I think realistically, it's probably fine the way it is. It's just like tier 7 and tier 8 are too good, right? You go from, I think, 30 Ingolith to 25 Neve Iron. It's like nearly a ×3 in the materials for the masterworking. From just one tier jump. That's just too much of a jump, I think. Plus the fact that you get so much ether from like the Hellborn strats. And then all these stones. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, like, you see how many people are complaining, oh, I don't have boss mods, I have all the stones, I can't summon bosses. Because everyone is just chilling in Infernal Hordes because it's so good. But then people neglect farming other stuff, and then people ask, oh man, why don't they put boss mods into the material chest? So you can get everything in one place, you know? And there's literally no reason to do anything else. And I'm like, nah, this is like the worst thing they could do, I think. The blue rose is fixed now, by the way. Neat. Saramos linked me a 4GA blue rose with double explode masterwork. I think 94.5% chance. That's pretty good. 650% ice spike damage. Yeah. 400% cold damage. Holy. Yeah, there's no one that's blessing it for some reason. apparently soon, TM. Today, when the devs wake up. The wings are from pre-order. If you pre-ordered Deluxe or Ultimate, you get it. What does the 8 Horde equate to in pits? Nah, it's way above 100. Like, the thing is that Infernal Hordes is just way harder to survive, and you also need quite a lot more damage, to be fair. Like, on T100 pits, the boss has, like, roughly a billion life to 1.5 billion. And I estimate the T8 council bosses have roughly 20 plus billion each. So this is more like, I don't know, pit 125, I guess, or something like that. Plus it's way harder to survive in Infernal Hordes than it is in the pit, thanks to the Desecrator. Like T7 I would say is roughly like pit 100. If you can farm pit 100 like this, then T7 is fine for you. Pit has a max level, it's 200. Good luck. The Burning Butcher. Yeah, I mean the Butcher is not very threatening. Butcher is pretty easy, it's just very tanky. But I don't find him like dangerous very much. Is Desecrator confirmed bugged? I wouldn't call him bugged. I think they just like mistuned him. He's just overtuned, that's it. I don't think there's anything like, you know, buggy going on or something. They just gave him probably like too much damage on this fireball ability and stuff, and that's probably about it. I think if Desecrator did like half the damage or so, this would be still pretty fair. He's just too strong. I mean, Beast is clearly bugged, you know. Beast should never do that much damage as it does. Desecrator, I mean, you can't survive the Desecrator. But yeah, you need to have a pretty beefy character. Beast in the Eyes, they only fixed the drops. They didn't fix the damage on Beast in the Eyes and his HP. Like his HP is way too low and his damage is way too high. So that is bugged, for sure. This is not just like mistuned or something like that's good. I think that's good as just overtuned. But like there are some bugs to some bosses. Like for example, Blood Bishop also has like way too much life. He has like triple the life compared to the other bosses or something. Whenever you see Blood Bishop. Blood Bishop is usually one of the squishier bosses. Or maybe even the squishiest, outside of like Outlaw Sharpshooter, that doesn't exist in the pit anymore. And Blood Bishop is like omega tanky this patch. So they did something wrong there for sure. And I think similar on Beast. He's like omega squishy, but he one-shots everyone. If only you knew the lore, why Desecrator is so OP. And that would help, right? At least you would understand. But here we are, looking at the "Your Deeds Will Be Remembered" screen, and you wonder. XP buff is probably like in 3-4 hours. How many hardcore characters with the beast? Quite a few for sure. Not as many as to Desecrator, that's for sure. Desecrator is certainly #1 enemy right now. I died to Desecrator as well. On like day 2 or something on my rogue, because I didn't know. I was taken by surprise. This was when I had only done like a few Infernal Horn runs until that point or something. I walk in, that's it. So... But yeah, other than that, actually my season is going pretty well. They only had this one bug rip with the Sork at the start, and then the Desecrator rip, and otherwise, so far, pretty good. Except damage on one actually, I just realized. Doing pin runs for him. Fun, actually. It's good as the aspect of Diablo. Wardrop. Okay. Got 3 stones already. This guy reminds me of Uber Isual in Diablo 2, so that's just one-shots here. I've not really done those guys too much, I don't know. Yeah, the mana sustain is the Starlight aspect, plus the life per hit you get from the NRLs. You can also try Starlight aspect plus Warmth ranks. So before you get all these uniques and stuff, you can just temper Warmth ranks and also invest into Warmth. Then you have a lot of mana gain as well from Starlight aspect. It's my favorite build. How to say really? I guess I enjoyed Aerostorms the most. This one is also really fun though. And that's not also really fun. Like this build has a very nice flow. If I had a bit more cooldown reduction, that would be nice. Your uptime on poison and bursting venom seems really low. I mean, that's just what it is. You don't really need to have very high uptime on poison imbue. Depends on like what the tempers are like. If you went for the tempers with like trap cooldown or ult cooldown instead of poison imbuement count, then you only have 2 shots, and those will disappear in like half a second basically. And yeah, in a big pack you will proc bursting venoms, but you also have to run into the bursting venoms pools in order to get the effect. So this only works if you like actually like pay attention to that. Actually, I went ahead and just like removed all the poison beam and count temperers. I removed bursting venoms and I just kind of conceded, for example. And then I didn't have to pay attention to that stuff, and I have the 25% damage bonus, and I kind of like that. Because every, 10 seconds or so you reset your poison imbue anyway, thanks to preparation. So you have the Eldritch Bounty buff. And this is really the only thing that matters. And I actually took out the 3 points, and I got like 3 points from the tree, from Alchemical Fortune. Alchemist Fortune. What the hell? New emotes just dropped, guys. Emotional damage. Doing Pit 101 faster than Nazi got it last season, yep. Nini added a bunch of emotes last night as well on 7TV. Big armor. I might need this. I like to smash buttons, so I have to play a rogue build. Yeah, rogue is very good for mashing buttons. Save this, yeah. Lucky hit, knife. Yeah, all these like lucky hit rolls on gear are actually not really that crazy anymore, I feel. With Fist of Fate, because any build that has reliance on lucky hit effects just goes Fist of Fate anyway, right? Unless you have some reason you have like some unique love, but there's not many builds that do. Legion and World Boss at the same time, that's kind of funny. Okay, so quick horde. 9 minutes worth of World Boss. Scotland. Actually, is this Xbox stream live already? Xbox Twitch. Let's see. It starts in 8 minutes, so maybe I shouldn't do this run now. Yeah. That's what we're gonna watch. It's probably gonna be like, tons of other games and then eventually Diablo or something again. Okay. We'll see, I guess. So maybe it's gonna do like, I don't know what. Some whisper or something. Can do this stuff, yeah. Probably won't start with Diablo. Yeah, let's just put this here. So like, can we do picture in picture? Is this a thing? Aha. So let's do this. Can put it in the corner here, I guess. Does it auto readjust? No. Okay. World Boss and Gamescom stream starting at the same time. Unlucky, huh? Oh, we got this. Oh, wait a minute, this is Fresh Up Peaks. Oh, wait a minute, it ends in 2 minutes. Ah, shit, it's the end of the hour. Totally forgot. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do Blood Main real quick. I need to get 6 more Hell-type commanders, man. Hell-type, 50 seconds. Oh no. I'm too late. Please stand by. Can Fire Hydras proc a Dario? Yes, but only the Fire Hydra, not the other Hydra. But they won't do it very often. Some stuff about the Doom game. Yeah, I saw like a trailer of the Doom game. Like the gun and shields looked very fun. Maiden Speed Girl. Yeah, the thing is I started the event at 53 seconds and it takes 1 minute to complete. So... Funny enough, she was level 100. She did not get the level buff anymore from Helltide and the Mind Cage. That's kind of funny. Wait, haven't I killed Lilith with my sword yet? Interesting. Apparently not. I think on the first Saga did it. The reason why Andaris isn't played with basic skills anymore is the Stardust ring buff and the no witness buff and the second wind buff, among other things. The best rogue build is the Andaris Barrage Rogue. Let's see. Quest complete. Fania Rock on 203% like a hit without the Arcana block or with it. I'm not sure where the number 203 is coming from, but I would say just the more the better. I mean, okay, some of the lucky hit values they can get, like for example, if you already have like 200-ish from like, you know, Big Fist of Fate and Alchemical and stuff, then you don't really want to put like 7% on your ring necessarily or so. Lights are off, but I'm gonna try it. Dude, Sorg is cheating on this fight. Best flame shit, man. He died at the end, United still kill the boss, he went back, boss respawn, he got alert and chest all over again. Wait, he got it twice? Or what? Oh, now we stagger her, cool. Ah, wait, because of the stagger. Two of the things despawned. That's nice. Ah, shit. I have this super long evade cooldown. Oh, guys. Ah, she's gonna break off the last thing. Let's go there. Yeah, Sorg is like super easy. I mean, you have like this kind of damage, just place Flame Shield and ignore everything. Druid is the hardest, I'd say, because he doesn't have any mobility or immunity. "53 seconds to see if they're synced." Boss is in 40 seconds, so they're 6 seconds behind. Maybe the stream is just 6 seconds behind.
Hello. Greetings.
Okay, here's speed. A cow without a gem. 1-1-1. Unlucky. Okay. What is he doing? Rain of arrows. Barrage. Okay, what? Rain of arrows? Barrage. Starlight and Umbral. True Sight, Creeping Death. Did he imprint us? He didn't imprint us. High velocity on the 2 ends. It's the Xbox channel on Twitch that you're watching, yeah. Starting with Forza Horizon apparently. Should I turn it on? Let's do it, I guess. It's in German.
For the first time,
Oh, no.
Xbox Game Studios, Activision, Blizzard, and Bethesda are coming together here in Cologne to bring you what you want. More new games.
And we've got our work cut out for us this week as we showcase the more than 50 titles on display and the many ways to play that makes Xbox the best place for gaming.
And to do all that, we've assembled an international squad, because with this many titles, we need reinforcements.
That's right, Lena. You need a crack team of gamers willing to play and properly fan out over the latest titles. It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it.
So get yourself ready for some interviews, live gameplay, and some big announcements across Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud, plus all the latest titles from Game Pass and PC Game Pass.
You know, in fact, Henry, we've already seen the brand new game mode reveal for Forza Horizon 5, Hide and Seek, at the top of the show. And remember, that launches on September 10th on Forza Horizon 5.
But first, it's over to Charlie.
To help kick off our show, we've got some very familiar faces here with us. It's Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer. Thank you so much for joining us today. First question, how does it feel to be here at Xbox's Gamescom presence?
It is so much energy here. It's been fantastic to see the fans, to be part of Opening Night Live last night, and to see their reaction. This booth, and I have no idea why we're calling it a booth because it's not a booth. It's an entire wonderland.
It really is. It's an underestimation calling it a booth, right?
With experiences, with games that you can play, things you can see, incredible photo opportunities is fantastic. So to see folks pouring in and experiencing it. And it reminds you of what makes this industry special, which is all about celebrating games,
Music
the
is so
joy they
annoying,
bring, and the
but
people
it
who
feels
make
good,
them.
man. Music.
It's for us our first Gamescom with Activision,
Just like some
Blizzard,
tune.
Bethesda,
Supposed to make it feel
Xbox
good,
all
no?
here together. So there's definitely something special. All
I
the
agree.
teams have gotten together, and I think there's just such great representation. I'll also say the industry has gone through a lot of transition with our shows, and seeing Gamescom as strong as ever with fans, consumers coming in, all the creators that are here, and strength across Europe. Like, we need more of this in the industry. I'm glad we're here supporting. And it's just awesome to see how the gamers show up to support this show.
Bigger and better every year. We love to see it. Before we come to the booth, though, I actually want to talk. I saw you both were at opening night live yesterday, and there were some pretty amazing reveals and news in there. So what was it like? I couldn't get a ticket, unfortunately, but what was it like to be in the room with that live reaction?
Okay.
There's nothing better than being in the room with the live reaction and to just see people marvel at the things that are being made. All the work being showcased, and folks put so much work into bringing that forward. I'd say for me, it was really cool to see Game Pass titles in the show. I think we had over a dozen titles that are coming to Game Pass in the show. We're just having a fantastic lineup. But I was especially excited to announce that Genshin Impact is coming to Xbox.
Oh, yeah, that's my one.
There's some pretty cool Game Pass rewards that are going to be part of that.
Nice.
There's going to be full cross progression, and it's also going to be on cloud. So that one was a real highlight for me because I know so many fans are excited to enjoy that on the Xbox.
I love when creators are making new things, and you have to be really brave to come to a show, maybe before you're done, show your game, get the feedback. Teams that are creating new games. I thought the diversity of games at the show was awesome.
Oh, absolutely,
From big, huge games to smaller games, things we've heard of, seen, things we hadn't heard of. I also have to say Genshin, we got to meet with the MiHoYo team earlier in the day, and they had such excitement for their announcement, and it was nice to be able to support that.
Oh, fantastic. And obviously we can't talk about opening night live. We saw some amazing new stuff from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle as well as that exciting release date. We also saw the news about PlayStation as well, which is really cool. I'm really interested in that. So I want to know how this connects back to Xbox's perspective on how and when this approach happens to other titles.
I mean, I'll start just saying Machine Games is doing such a nice job with that game. I thought it showed really well. And that's the most important thing is quality of the games, teams that are getting support that can go build the game. And it was just nice, the long gameplay segment that
I have no idea about a schedule or anything.
Going to the PlayStation announcement, obviously last spring, we launched 4 games, 2 of them on the Switch, 4 of them on PlayStation, and we said we're going to learn. We said we'd watch. I think at Showcase, I might have said from our learning, we're going to do more. What I see when I look is our franchises are getting stronger. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
So I look at it and I say, okay, our player numbers are going up for the console platform. Our franchises are as strong as they've ever been. And we run a business. Like, it's definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of the delivery that we have to give back to the company, because we get a level of support from the company that's just amazing in what we're able to go do. So I look at this, how can we make our games as strong as possible? Our platform continues to grow, both on console, on PC, and on cloud. And I think it's just going to be a strategy that works for us. And the last thing I'll probably say is I think as an industry right now, there's a lot of pressure on the industry. It's been growing for a long time, and now people are looking for ways to grow. And I think that us as fans, as players
at least
of
once
games,
at Gamescom.
we just
I'm
have
not
to
sure if I have other
anticipate there's going to be
opportunities.
more change.
But
in
on
how some of the
Sunday, I will have a
traditional
Gamescom
ways
stream
that
before I go
games were
home.
built and distributed. That's going to change. That's going to change for all of us. But the end result has to be better games that more people can play.
It's going to be at the
If we're not
booth.
focused on
They
that, I
invited
think
me
we're focused on the
to check
wrong
out their
things.
stuff and see
So for
them
us
there.
as Xbox, health of
And,
Xbox,
I'm gonna
health
show
of our
it.
platform, and
show
our
some
growing
stuff
games,
there.
most important things.
Oh, that
It's gonna be
sounds
on
perfect.
Sunday.
Lovely. Now back to the booth. I saw you both walking around earlier before you joined me up here, sneaking some pictures with devs at Frontier, Sega, and GSC Game World. So I want to know, Sarah, specifically what it's like to be working with our partners here in Europe, and what kind of evolution we can see from these partners in the future.
The partnership we have with here in Europe is fantastic. We have over 2,000 partners in EMEA, actively building games.
That's a lot of emails.
I know, it is a lot of emails for Xbox, PC, and console and cloud today. We've got over 20 of them here with us, here in the booth. And it's just been great to walk around, to see what they're doing. 2 Point Museum for Sega Europe. We've got the Stalker 2 team, GSC Game World, back with us, supporting them over the last couple of years has been a real highlight. So to get to be able to play their game again here is fantastic.
We expected like
we just walked over and checked
3-4
out Winterboro.
hours, I guess.
Oh, the little
very,
mouse
very
game.
special.
They look so cute. I'm very excited for that one.
And so it's great to be able to grow here with the partners that we have in Europe.
Amazing. And it also comes, as well as the amazing support you've got for local devs, is there's such a huge play base here in Europe as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of special stuff are you seeing from us over here?
I mean, Europe's always been really important to Xbox. It used to be we treated this almost solely as a PC show. Well, I'm old enough that I remember we used to kind of take E3 and just show it again. Like this was back when we didn't really treat Gamescom with the respect that it deserves. Then we were focused more on PC. Now what we find here is putting our games on PC, on console really matches to the diverse player base we see in Europe. Like some of the strongest franchises on PC are from here. You have great console support. So the most important thing for us is to show local support for creators, to put games in the hands of people. One thing that's great about Gamescom is you can come and you can play the games. You can feel what it's like to play Stalker or Vessel of Hatred from Diablo. Like you get your chance
I mean, there's
here.
like
And I think that's something special about this show.
Right?
And it's so
aspects
accessible to
have
so much
pretty
in
high
Europe.
ranges, like
I just
Moonrise
love
and
that we support it the way
adaptability,
we do.
especially.
Absolutely. And with the sheer
Then,
scale that it
gear.
demands, as well as you were saying earlier, Sarah. Absolutely.
With our little city.
Trigger tags makes a huge difference if you have it up
So
or
I want
not.
to speak a little bit more on hardware.
The
As
unstable
we've gone
elixirs,
over it
need
a
to
couple
press your
times
potion
here.
every 10 seconds.
Since I've not spoken to you since the showcase at all, which is
Need to
criminal in
activate
and of
your traps.
itself. But we saw the 3 new options
All
for
of
the
the
Xbox
bars.
Series
Need to
X and S.
activate
So I
your,
was wondering if there's a little bit more information we can share about
Well,
that.
There's like
pre-orders
multiple
are
things
starting
you can
today.
activate.
Yes,
Maybe you're not
Sarah.
activating your first quarters properly.
We're launching on October 15th in
Nice.
select markets, and we also have some very cool accessibility options, which we're going to be talking more about later today. And for holiday and the rest of this year, some very cool console wraps that you can get to adorn your console as you may choose.
Christmas list sorted then. Thank you very much, Sarah. Okay, console options done. We're going to hear they're becoming just in time for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'll go full
Cannot
screen
wait
later,
for
but
that.
now they're not really doing much.
Yeah,
So.
oh my goodness me, it was just
The campaign
silence.
from Raven, I thought was just awesome.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Talking of games, I do want to know though, what are you going to be playing? Is there anything you've got your eye on? Last year we spoke about Brotato, and I wanted to give you an update and everyone at home that I have now 100% a Little Kitty Big City.
Of course, maybe got people live streaming at some place, early attendees.
But yeah, is there anything
I mean, early attendees would have been
you need to catch
yesterday,
up on, or
right?
anything coming up soon you want to dive
yesterday was already like
Well, the
the
Game Pass lineup is
I think the
making the
media
backlog
only show basically, right?
And
now
it's getting
people
even
are
better this
able to
year,
visit.
both on console and PCs. We've got Aura
I guess you might be able to
we have
live
Asian
stream
Mythology, Flight
from some
Sim
of the PCs they have there, but I don't know.
which looks incredible. Black Ops 6, of
But
course.
it's just gonna be the same stuff that we already saw like
Indiana
last month
Jones,
anyway.
Stalker 2. Like it's all like what every month there's something pretty amazing.
a lot of games.
There's a lot of games. We like games around here. But I would say from a personal perspective, super excited for Diablo 4, especially because my father is probably the biggest Diablo fan. So Vessel of Hatred and that coming up. Yeah, the fact that Vessel of Hatred is coming up is pretty big in their world. And then I am excited to play Genshin Impact on Xbox and particularly to check it out over the cloud.
Yeah, very good. We'll have to duo for that one. That sounds grand. Yeah. Love it. Perfect. Phil, anything for you?
Well, P3
Like
on Xbox
games, but
Live,
like
people can see what
chatting
I'm
more.
playing. A lot of Diablo 4 right now. My
Diablo
rapid fire
mention,
rogues,
man, let's go.
L100, all my glyphs to 21. Having a good time with that. I mean, I just love the game, playing with my friends. Path of the Goddess, Initsugami, like our partners at Capcom doing new IP. It was awesome to be able to partner with them and something in Game Pass. As they're investing in new, like we can actually come in with some financial funding to help support. them investing in, and I just love the color palette, the boss design, just a really, really fun game. Some old school kind of tower defense mechanics. I love that. One of the things I get to do every month is I go through the ID selects with the team, and we vote internally on games from different ID developers. Daydreams is a game I'm really liking. Little boy and his toy teddy bear, and kind of a single player type co-op game. It's fun. I think a couple months ago, High Water was a game that's really good. Like I love when I get a list of games from creators and teams I haven't seen before, and get to dive in. I think there's like 15 of them. I play them, and my vote's just like anybody else's vote in terms of where they rank. But that's fun. A lot of great games, a lot of kind of new things, things that have been around for a while.
Tormented bosses have the same mythic drop
and
chance.
I'm here, so I'm
That's
not
not
doing
true.
it. My
Tormented
buggy
bosses all have the same.
in Starfield. I'm looking
7.5.
forward. I've been asking for Todd for vehicles.
Regular
Come
and
on,
Dario
Todd,
and
I
Duri
want
have
vehicles in this
2%.
game. I'm tired
And
of walking
regular
around this planet.
Zero,
And I thought the
Beast,
trailer for that looked really good
Bashan,
last night, so I
and
can't wait to drive around planets.
Wonderful.
Grimoire
And
have
talking of driving,
0.5.
I'm personally, if anyone's wondering, super excited. Forza
So that
Horizon
has not
5
changed.
is over there.
The only thing that has changed
I
is that
cannot
instead of
put down
10% chance
absolutely
for
adore it.
Tormented,
So
we
if
have
they've got something
7.5
new
now, so
cooking,
they
I
nerfed
desperately
it.
need to see
New
what that
gameplay
is.
They give us more
mode.
months and more boss kills.
So excited. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the chat. Please enjoy getting your hands on our lovely city we've got here. But I'm going to speak to these guys here, because if, like me, you've been eyeing up those new consoles, then buckle up, because we want to help you win one. Now, over to Bex with more information.
Well, thanks, Charlie. So not only are these honeys available for pre-order right now, anyone watching the broadcast has a chance to enter to win either the 1TB Xbox Series X all digital edition, by the way, the 1TB Xbox Series S, both in Robot White, or the grand prize of the 2TB special edition Galaxy Xbox Series X. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. To enter, just head over to twitch.tv/Xbox, check out the rules and all the info in the chat. And best of all, good luck. So, next up, we saw Forza Horizon 5's new gameplay mode reveal at the top of the show, the hide and seek. We are now going to look at some new wheels that have been inspired by Dallas Maverick star Luka Doncic, and best of all, blessed by the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. So let's have a look.
One TB. 1 TB is a lot now. Mostly one. Hide and seek in a racing game. Yeah, they're just trying something new. You have 24 terabytes on your computer. What the fuck, man? My main SSD is like 2 terabytes, and I record like 18
Hello,
hours.
everyone. It is an
12
honor
hours, 16
to be
hours
here
every
at
day
Gamescom,
of footage on
representing
it.
the incredible work of our teams around
What are
the
you
world.
doing with all those terabytes?
We have a lot going on here in Cologne on the show floor. Right here behind me, attendees can experience the demo for the Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expansion. We are also excited to be speaking with our global community here on the Xbox broadcast over the coming days. During opening night live, we shared that this is a massive year for Blizzard, particularly for World of Warcraft. The most ambitious creative endeavor for the team since the game's initial release almost 20 years ago begins tomorrow, with early access kicking off for our latest expansion, The War Within. And tomorrow, Senior Game Director Ian Hazakostas and Associate Art Director Tina Wang will be sharing more about the team's work on the expansion and the role it will play in the 3-part World Soul Saga. Last night, we also gave an overview of some new features coming to Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred. And we know you have a lot of questions. So Diablo General Manager Rod Ferguson will be getting into the details of the new features coming with this expansion, and we'll share more about what's coming to Diablo Immortal. We're so excited to be here at Gamescom with Xbox and with all of you. Gaming is at its very best when we share our experiences, and on behalf of everyone at Blizzard, thank you for being a part of our legendary worlds alongside us. Now, before I go, I want to leave you with a parting gift from the Overwatch team. The origin story for our latest hero, Juno, now available in Season 12. Enjoy.
haven't seen Rod in a while, huh? And also the Joes.
Flight, we're wondering why you haven't fired primary boosters yet. All systems appear optimal.
I just need a minute. It is so hard to say goodbye to the only home I've ever known.
I understand, but the colony isn't safe anymore, and our window of opportunity is closing. So let's get you on your way to your new home.
Next stop, Earth. Initiating boosters in 3, 2, 1. Control?
Our sensors indicate an external issue.
External?
Follow protocols and you'll be fine. But you have to hurry.
Careful. I'm going to find a way to save you. All of you. I think I see the problem.
Copy that.
Okay.
Don't panic. You're okay.
I am definitely not
Very
okay.
untrained, emotionally unstable, perfect for this kind of mission. Yeah, that's what I feel as
I
well.
think I can do this.
Juno, I believe in you. You've trained for this kind of thing your whole life. You have all the tools you need.
Okay. All right. I have all the tools I need. Control. Problem solved.
Hear that? We're all so proud of you. I want you to live a long, happy life on Earth, sweetheart. Always remember, I love you.
I love you too, Mom. Okay, Earth. Here I come.
Attention, unknown craft. Halt your approach and identify yourself.
It is too
I have
late.
55 million. That's nothing.
Very hot. Who is this?
Wait, where was she located?
This is Overwatch. I am tracking your trajectory and will have someone meet you. For my records, where did you come from?
I am from Mars, and my name is Juno.
It's one of the fastest selling games in Blizzard's history, and it just made headlines again at last night's opening night live. And here to give us an exclusive look at Diablo 4's newest expansion, please welcome General Manager Rod Ferguson, Systems Designer Aislinn Hall, and Lead Game Designer Rex Dixon. Welcome, guys, to Gamescom.
Thank you for having us.
How you guys all doing? Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Now, for those of the people out there that might have missed what happened last night, why don't you clue us in? What exactly did you just do?
Yeah, well, last night was exciting. So our game director for their Vessel of Hatred expansion, Brent Gibson, got on stage and he talked about something that we've been going even deeper on the expansion. You know, we've talked about the Spiritborn, the class, we've talked about the new zone, Nahantu, talked about the new story campaign, but we're like, there's even more in the expansion than that. And so we really want to get into like different ways that people want to play the game. And so we introduced the Undercity of Kuras, which is our new dungeon, which Rex will talk about. We have our new Dark Citadel, which is our multiplayer co-op, and then the big thing was our trailer last night for our Mercenaries.
Mercenaries. Now, let's talk about them for a sec, because this is a brand new gameplay feature. We'll talk about new class and all that kind of stuff in a sec, but Mercenaries seems really interesting. You showed off like this vignette with 4 different characters. I mean, introduce us to them. Who are these people? Why did it feel like the right time to bring it in now? And how do you hope players are going to engage with the Mercenaries?
Yes. So I think the franchise has a legacy of, followers and mercs, and we wanted to really reimagine that formula. And so we added this feature called Mercenaries to the game. There's 4 mercenaries that you can recruit. One is Rahir, one is Variana, Subo, and Aldkin, the demon child, which everyone got very excited about at the show the other night. And so there's a lot of depth in mercenaries. So you'll meet Rahir in the campaign. He'll introduce you to this hideout called the Merc Den. And within the Merc Den, you can find these quests. You have to go on these story-based quests to actually acquire the Merc in order for them to party with you. So each Merc has his own backstory, his own personality. And then once you acquire them, you can bring them into your party with you. And essentially it facilitates a way that solo players never have to feel like they're alone again. Because now they have this friend, this partner who can adventure with them. And so one of the ways that you progress your Merc is you have each Merc has their own skill tree. And you can sort of pick and choose which skills you want them to have. And it's a really nice way to complement your build. So whatever build you're trying to go with, you can have the Merc set up so their skills kind of match and overlap with your own. We also have a system called rapport. The more you work with a Merc and the more you adventure with them, the more they can sort of give you more benefits and they can kind of grow in power. And so once you go back to the Merc Den, you can actually get custom rewards that you can only get by progressing your Merc, building up that rapport in order to access these really awesome rewards at the end.
And then, so I'm going to have to be best friends with a demon child if I want to see the good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm in.
And then this last feature we have is called reinforcements, where let's say you don't want to have a Merc in your party at the all the time. You can actually say, when I use this skill or perform an evade or something like that, I want this reinforcement Merc to jump on the field, perform an action, then jump back out again. Yeah. So there's a lot of depth, a lot of fun, and some great storytelling in the Mercs feature.
Just to check, so Mercs, you can equip one at a time to complement your character, but you can access all of them and try them all out, see which one works best for you.
Correct, and you can mix and match your combo, so you can have 2 Mercs, and one is your main Merc and one is your reinforcement. And if you're in a party, the party leader can bring a Merc with them.
Sick. Yeah. So 5 things happening, because there wasn't enough on screen already.
I agree.
Yeah, great. Well, have you got any particular favorite Mercs that you like playing alongside?
For me personally, Rahir, because Rahir's a dad, and his daughter is introduced in the campaign flow.
Okay, it's very good
so
news.
I kind of like associate myself with him because I'm a dad as well. I got 2 boys.
Where you don't have a permanent Merc.
But also, like,
the guy
I have a problem when I play Diablo. I'm always speccing into damage and DPS at the expense of my defensive skills. And so Rahir has this buff called resiliency, which actually increases your armor, increases your defensive buffs. And so I actually rely on that to stay alive when I'm playing the game.
Nice. Aislinn, how about yourself?
Yeah, I absolutely love Mariana. She's just totally wild. She's a butcher who's also a former cannibal, which is just crazy. Yeah. And I love playing aggressively. You know, I love building momentum and moving forward. And she has a kill streak mechanic, and that complements that very nicely.
I like it. Rod?
I mean, the Demon Child. I think it's such a unique character in our world, and that explosive power, and the fact that it has the sort of the 2 sides, the human side and the demon side, is really cool to sort of complement the variety on the battlefield.
Okay, well, you've picked 3. I'll take the one left over.
Yeah, Subo.
Yeah, I'll pick Subo.
I mean, who doesn't love a drunken archer, really? I mean, that's...
Exactly. Thank you. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, but now, as promised, why don't we cover some behind-the-scene looks at the making Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. Check this out.
I bet they can't gear up your Mercs. There's no gearing. Didn't they say that yesterday they can gear them?
In Vessel of Hatred, we travel south to Nahantu, a region with both deep ancient jungles and vast sprawling plains. It's the last stretch of land in Sanctuary's eastern continent, and we've packed it full of experiences for every type of player. In this expansion, there's a whole lot to explore under the dark canopy of Nahantu.
Nahantu is the southernmost region of the eastern continent that Diablo 4 has been taking place in. It's the last region that we haven't visited yet so far in the game, but it is one that we've been to before in Diablo.
There's lots of new areas. We have 6 in total. 4 of them are jungle themed, and then we have 2 that are Red Rock Canyon, but each one of them has their own unique identity. When you first arrive in Nahantu, you're in this place called Lingering Hatred. This is high treetops canopies where you're almost walking amongst the branches high above the jungle floor.
Imagine a thick canopy that the light is just barely poking through.
The whole area has been infected by this thing called the Hollows infestation. The Hollows are a new enemy that's associated with Mephisto. They themselves are kind of like a tar-like substance creature born straight out of the depths of hell.
It feels a little twisted. There's a sickness to the area itself.
Humans have ventured into this deep part of the jungle where there's all this poisonous plants and flora. The dregs actually started experimenting with eating these hallucinogens, and it put them into this aggressive psycho rage.
The dregs were pretty fun because we were able to push more variety in the monster family. You have one of these tall dregs and then half of a body of another dreg on top of it, kind of controlling it and telling it where to go and tossing poisonous bombs at the player. When you come across it, it's very memorable.
And then we've also got the area of Tenganse, where you've got the Tenganse Plateau, which is full of these red-rocked plateaus and canyons.
Imagine getting up above the land. Those gigantic walls have pockets inside where monsters could live. It offered up a lot of opportunity to bring back a monster family like the Lucunai.
We're bringing them back in a new way here as a fully fleshed out monster family with multiple classes.
What a more brute force looks like, what a caster looks like. They are very much apex predators, and we're definitely in their territory. And then there's a little sub-area called the Skittering Earth.
The name alone makes your skin crawl.
It's bug infested, and you can see how the bugs have destroyed the jungles and kind of input their influence on it. Within the Field of Giants, you have these giant corpses of these long dead demons that humans have begun to mine away at for their resources. While they've got a lot of use out of them, they're also toxic to the land around it.
The notion of massive demons walking sanctuary 1,000 years ago is really thought-provoking.
Plateau's also got just this beautiful color scheme to the lighting. It's really lovely to be there. And then horrific at the same time, you know, it's great.
The mercenaries in Vessel of Hatred are a group of people who we like to describe as ordinary people with extraordinary skills. They have the same level of will to fight against the demons of hell.
And there's 4 mercs that you can collect over the course of the campaign. It starts with Rahir, a blacksmith and a shield bearer, is a more defensive fighter.
He's able to go in there and soak up damage, use his shield as a bulwark against the enemy.
You meet him early on in the campaign, and he's one who introduces you to the mercenary network. You end up finding acquisition quests for 3 other mercs that you can find throughout the course of the story.
Subo, the drunken archer, is going to work really well for people who want someone who's out of the main melee, in the back, offering utility and that kind of range support.
And we have Ariana, a berserker crone, who's a melee combat fighter, close range. She's got a really cool combat meter, a massacre meter, where you need to keep killing enemies to get the meter to be filled.
She's got a bunch of really interesting utility skills that you can kind of build in.
Finally, we have the demon child Aldkin, who's a magic user who can transform himself from human form to demon form and join you in combat.
There's this really great reinforcement ability where you can take one of the mercenary skills and attach it to one of your powers so that when you use that skill, it calls them in to do a specific skill.
With the mercenaries for Vessel of Hatred, one of the things we are expanding on is the skill tree. For Diablo 3, you had a very basic type of mercenary, but this time you can actually push a little bit more into the skill tree and make the mercenary the way you would want to play.
Going through each mercenary progression arc and outfitting their skill tree so that it's complementary to your character build, I think that's where the fun in the mercenary system really lies.
Yeah, I missed like 1 or 2 of them. Oh, goodness.
The Dark Citadel is a new endgame feature that's coming in Vessel of Hatred. It's an entirely cooperative player experience. All the mechanics within it are based around you working together with your party members to solve the challenges and face the first Khazra hordes within.
One of the outcomes of the Mage Wars is this giant crater and all the souls that were kind of lost in it from those wars.
The goal of the first Khazra, who are kind of the original Khazra, they're using the powers within the Citadel, found within this crater, to perform experiments to try and bring back their dark god.
Only recently, people have started going missing. They head into the Khazra region, they disappear, never to be seen again. So it's clear that whatever they're planning is about to come to fruition, and your job as the players to get in there and stop it.
Citadels are a place where we take what is the best part of Diablo, combat, and we test it in a different way, which is adding in cooperative mechanics that you have to manage on top of that.
For example, a boss has an attack, and as a player, you have to collect an item that allows you to reflect the attack back at him. So there's a little bit of a Twitch level mechanic there where you actually have to time your reaction shot. What's interesting about it is when you get multiple people in there, we're each responsible for reflecting that shot once, so we all have to sort of master the timing of that move. You can't do that kind of thing without coordinating as a team, and that's sort of the example of what Citadel gameplay feels like.
When designing the Citadel, we designed a lot of really cool bosses. And so one of the things that we did is we took that design and made like armor sets for each of the classes. That way you feel like you took their armor and you feel like you're wearing a little bit of them after your victory.
We also have a currency that's dedicated to the Citadel where, as you play through, a vendor can be interacted with to buy custom cosmetics that are unique to the Citadel. You can play with 2 people, but the ideal experience is for 4. But in order to facilitate that, we've built an all-new Party Finder feature. And the community has been pretty vocal about wanting this for a long time. It made a lot of sense to us to pair it with this new Citadel mode.
It really is an activity that's geared towards people who love to play together with their friends or with strangers and enjoy that cooperative gameplay. I cannot wait for players to get into the world. I'm really just excited for people to see all the little hidden storytelling elements that the team has fit in.
There's interesting things to find and see and discover around every corner, and it's just a really great experience getting to explore Nahantu.
I mean, Party Finder, that is a fantastic idea. I mean, the amount of times I log on and a buddy's not there, or whatever, now I can fill that gap. And who needs friends anymore, right? So, there was a lot in that. I want to talk specifically first about the Dark Citadel, because as a guy that's into his endgame activities, that's a really creative way to bring players together and actually work things out. So tell us, what actually will players have to do inside Dark Citadel to earn some rewards, get through it alive?
So it's really a unique model for us. And again, Dark Citadel is built towards Endgame. And we're doing more in Vessel of Hatred to push players through the campaign and then into the Endgame, where we think some of the best content is. So Dark Citadel will require at least 2 players to get through, and requires a lot of communication between players to overcome challenges. Every week there's going to be updated rewards, so there's always a reason to go back and do it again, because there's going to be some new stuff in there, including one very big fan requested feature, which is our scroll of retempering. So no more brick items. You'll be able to apply the scroll and get all new tempering charges on that item. So I know everyone's very excited about that, and Dark Citadel is the best place to go to get that.
Excellent. Well, there is a lot in that, but it isn't the only thing that you're launching on October 8th. So what else we got to look forward to?
Yeah, so on October 8th, we're also going to be launching Season 6 alongside Vessel of Hatred. And Season 6 is going to have a ton of content that's bespoke. It's totally separate and unique to Season 6, and it's going to be free for all Diablo 4 players, which is awesome. Nice. We're going to be talking a lot more about the details of the content of Season 6 in the coming months, but there's not going to just be new content coming in Season 6. Alongside Season 6 and Vessel of Hatred, we also have major character progression updates coming to Diablo 4.
I'm going to have to ask for some specifics. Surely that teases me too much. What else you got?
Yeah. So if you're familiar or you've played Season 4 Loot Reborn, you know we did a lot of itemization changes that kind of fundamentally altered a lot about how you're playing the game and how you're getting rewards. The scope of the character progression changes that are coming in Season 6 it's the same. Like, it's the same grand scale. There's a lot of changes coming to character progression, a lot of improvements coming. I'd love to talk a little bit about the goals and also a little bit about some Paragon changes that are coming with the character progression updates. Yeah, so really when we were thinking about these changes, we took a bird's eye view and we wanted to think about how can we make put the power in the player's hands of how they want to interact with the challenge that Diablo 4 provides in the game. We wanted to make sure that you could opt in to your challenge level that you're comfortable with so that you can set your own pace in any activity throughout all of Diablo 4. And so we've applied, basically, if you've played Season 4 Loot Reborn, or you've played some in Season 5, you might be familiar with the Profane Mind Cage. That's an item that allows you in the Hell Tides to up the level of the monsters, up the difficulty, but you get more rewards as well. And we've kind of applied that philosophy throughout all of Diablo 4. You can kind of opt into your own challenge and then get more stuff because of it.
Sick.
And then alongside that, we also have a lot of changes coming to Paragon. We wanted to add depth and choice to the Paragon system, but we know that it's pretty daunting for some people, right? So we wanted to make sure that while we were doing that, we weren't increasing the complexity, right? We want to make sure that it's still that it's an approachable thing, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. And I could go on forever and ever and ever about this for hours. But we're going to have a lot more details in a developer live stream on August 29th. We're going to have a campfire chat where we're going to be talking all about the specifics of these things.
Awesome. I'm absolutely buzzing to see it.
I mean, the best way to phrase it is like what Season 4 did to loot, Season 6 will do to progression.
Excellent.
And the thing too, but just go back to the Party Finder, like there's things that people look at, like what's part of the expansion and what's not. Party Finder is coming to the game, not just to the expansion. So,
oh, great.
And what's great about it is not only can you access it through the social menu that you can see, or you can access it through your remote wheel, you can actually access it from the map. So when you say, oh, I'm going to go do this dungeon, you can say, and list it as a party that people come join me in this dungeon. So it's a feature that's going to apply to the entire game.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I should also mention, in addition to Dark Citadel, we have another mode that we're bringing to the table, which is called Undercity. And Undercity is a time dungeon where you want to beat it before the timer runs out. And that mode has modifiable rewards. So you get these things called tributes, and depending on which tribute you use, you can modify and scale your rewards with the difficulty. It's a really cool mode. We're really excited. And one of the reasons we built these two modes is this concept of new ways to play. Right? People love our game. They love Nightmare Dungeons. They love Whispers. They love Hell Tides. But what we really want to do is make sure we have enough canvas so that every user can find something that is uniquely suited to them. And that's what New Ways to Play is all about.
Me and my friends, we just love being able to have a bit of choice, which is really fun in Infernal Hordes in the current season, for example. Right. And being able to tailor exactly how messed up we want this level to get is really fun. So the fact that it's getting applied to more aspects of Diablo that's awesome to hear. But between now and the Season 6 launch and Vessel of Hatred, what other activities can players get up to whilst they wait?
I mean, really, jumping into Season 5, like you were talking about, Season 5 continues the pace of Season 4. You can level up really fast. It's very exciting. The Infernal Hordes is a great new mode. Which
so
is
fun.
It's sort of a horde mode where wave after wave are coming after you. You can go and fight the Fell Council to get your rewards from that. But that's really the big thing. And just even if you haven't played through the campaign yet, that's one of the nice things about on the Vessel of Hatred is that it is a continuation of that story. So where Neyrelle left at the end of the game, you can pick that story up and you get to continue and play. So if you haven't played through the campaign yet, now's a great time. And I would be, I have to also do the pitch, right? Like,
go on.
It's an awesome time to pre-purchase the expansion. One of the things we had some great incentives before, where you get the new cat mount, you get new armor, you get pets now, you have snow leopard and the tiger that'll follow you around and pick up stuff for you. But with last night, we actually added 2 more, where not only do you have angel wings that we had before, we added demon wings last night. So if you've already,
yes.
So if you've already pre-purchased, you'll get your demon wings are coming, or they're there. But it's a good time. And then we actually added with the Deluxe and the Ultimate Edition, we've actually added 1 month of Ultimate Game Pass. So if you haven't, jumped in yet, or if you want to add an extra month onto your subscription, pick up the pre-purchase, and you'll get an extra month. And I already got my code last night. I watched the show, got back to my hotel room, and there was my code for a month of Ultimate. So it was awesome.
Now you got to find some other games to play while you're on that as well.
Yeah,
in between Diablo.
Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible.
That's true. I mean, I've already put in quite a few hours into the current season, and it's so much fun as is, and I just can't wait to see the Season 6 drop as well. And Vessel's looking great, new class as well. I mean,
Thank you so much.
I don't know what else I'm going to play in the meantime. You guys have just killed all my free time.
Well, it's great. When it's the nice thing is we have a demo deck on the booth here. We have the whole Hantu corrupted, temple. And it's actually got a 20-minute demo of the Spiritborn. And what's great about it is you go in and you can pick whether you want to be a gorilla type or a centipede type or a jaguar type or an eagle type based on the Spirit Guardians. But then when it sort of clicks in after you played it for a little bit, like, wait, these aren't 4 different classes. This is one class with this amount of variety that I can apply to it. And so you can go in and double down on the jaguar. Like my shirt says, like, if you can be a jaguar, be a jaguar, right? Like, but you also can be, you can mix and match. You can be half centipede, half gorilla, and create really cool mixtures and unique play styles. And so, it's really exciting to watch people get their hands on. This is the first place that, outside of press and content creators, people have been able to play, and it's been fun just to watch them play.
Well, half centipede and half gorilla is a disturbing image to end on, but, thanks a lot. You're going to stick around because we need to talk about that. Rex, Aislinn, thanks so much for joining us. Changing gears now, though, we are, for those of you who have been counting down the days to September's Diablo Immortal major update, we've got a sneak peek at the making of Immortal's hellish bosses, including the rebirth of the Dark Lord of Terror himself.
These are unspeakable horrors that you are fighting.
Our boss experiences aren't something that you can get in any other game.
We are giving players this heightened sense of horror.
We have to deliver the player with experience that they're the hero.
I think the spectrum of bosses that we have definitely hit everybody's personal horror stories.
So we're like 50 bosses now. Some of our bosses in Immortal are incredibly deadly. And we're really proud to be able to actually have the ability to bring Diablo back into our universe.
Everything that Diablo does, everything that Diablo says needs to be unnerving, terrifying.
It is going to be a very, very difficult battle.
The music changes, the environment changes, and all of a sudden, you have to fight for your life.
The process of designing a Diablo boss is usually quite organic.
It really depends on the boss. Sometimes it starts with a cool mechanical idea. Sometimes it starts with kind of a narrative germ.
The story team is going to have a lot of say in terms of like, what is the fiction behind the boss? And so what is the feel behind the boss?
In some zones, we are going to lavish incredible build-up on a boss, especially the final boss. In Tristram Cathedral, before you fight Albrecht, the first Shardborn, there's a whole quest line that has you exploring the ruins of Leoric Manor and learning about his past. And so at the end, when you face him, there's this context and kind of a richness to the things that he is saying to you.
Your flesh will hush the voices.
That if you are paying attention to the dialogue, will maybe resonate a little bit more emotionally.
Do you see how much stronger I've become?
Once they have the mechanics down and how they feel the battle should go, then they get all that together and then it gets passed off to art.
When it comes to designing a Diablo boss, there definitely is a long list of visual elements that we go to. Spikes, demon horns, rotten
This
skin,
boss is pure horror. I need to throw $1,000 at him.
different diseased skin. How do we
I just want to see if there's
stretch
anything
the
else
skin
coming
out
for
to
D4,
make
so
it
let's
look
see.
really uncomfortable. We take different parts of the body and then we twist them in
Yeah,
very
I just
uncomfortable,
checked out the
awkward
live stream on
ways.
YouTube.
We love
and took some
using
screenshots from
different
there.
humanoid bodies
I have all
and
of
then
the
almost
mercenary stuff.
melting them together.
Mostly, the mercenary stuff is the only stuff where we actually have some details, but there's a few other little details that we see here as well in some of these.
So if it starts to feel like we have pushed it too hard, that's usually the comfort spots.
We have so many different representations
We use these
of
scrolls as
evil
well.
and horror, so no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, you can always bet that there is something
Scroll
in our
abundance
game
used to
that is
restore
going to
30% health and drop
terrify
health potions for nearby enemies. 200 gold.
So we have many different
What?
kinds of bosses.
Oh no, it's probably like not gold. It's like the new currency. I guess it looks kind of like gold, like a little like golden bubble or something.
We have tanks
For some reason, they did blur this out here. I think so. They did something.
Hunk of meat and
They also blurred out
beat it
the
up.
Paragon levels and
We
stuff.
have co-op bosses that are, better with
And the character levels.
working together as
it doesn't show
really
anything.
take on these puzzles that the bosses present.
830 armor. Not even capped, man.
Really
1,600 life.
You play the game, what your perception is of the boss.
And this is with Royal Gems, by the way.
My favorite boss in the game is the Butcher.
Bringing the Butcher into Diablo Immortal was quite a journey.
Okay, boss fights, other
it is such a beloved
dungeons, seasonal events, open world exploration, Citadel.
You know, when I was playing Diablo 1,
I guess boss fight includes probably world
there was
boss.
this shock associated with encountering the Butcher. You open the door, he steps out.
I wonder if you'll be able to type, or if this is completely just like...
You're like, I've never seen anything like this before. What the hell is happening? I'm dead.
Yeah, stat switch is coming.
We
It's a
wanted
major
the Butcher
stat
to
switch,
be
yeah.
the real Butcher
And
from
plus
the
600 life is
first
kind of
Diablo.
funny.
So it was
I
kind of
can
like,
type
how
something.
do we bring him into our game, and what can we make more
Bodies
special
not
about
listed,
this
okay.
particular encounter?
Our
Code
Butcher
of contained
is
continents.
super intimidating. He's a gigantic
Yeah, this is what I
boss,
saw.
towering
This is
above
probably like some
players.
kind of boss
The
mechanic,
Butcher
for
that
example.
was basically too
So there's probably like stuff
angry
like that
to
where,
die.
you know, you have to like, I don't know, move around and whatever.
He's got the
It's
chain
gonna be
that he
interesting. I could see
throws.
this kind of
He's
be
got the
interesting.
rush, he's got the fire coming out of the ground.
Less item
And
space.
it's just a fun, nostalgic fight.
Well, actually they did add a fourth inventory here. There's a key inventory. Which might include sigils, actually. So there might be elixirs.
Encounter with Diablo since the launch of the game.
What is this?
Diablo is the Lord of Terror. His
Maybe there's the boss mats?
food and drink
Elixirs?
is the
Keys?
fear of other beings.
He has this very recognizable silhouette.
The boxes that people will put their S tier builds only miss.
Down his back. He has this
Oh
very
no.
intimidating smile that is signature to
Gems?
Diablo.
Yeah, it looks like a gem, but why would you have a gem inventory?
He is now walking around with a weapon of mass
Yeah, I guess key, this probably
in
includes
reality,
sigils. That would make sense, I guess.
perhaps create
If they
new
finally,
The whole team is
separate
excited.
sigils and
Oh,
elixirs,
that's
that's already something.
Getting to bring back Big Red.
Gem is
and
sigils.
then
It doesn't look like a
unleash
sigil though.
him, not just on
It looks
one
like a
boss
gem.
fight, but on an entire zone.
But there's no
on
need to have a gem
the
inventory.
sanctuary itself.
This Diablo is going to deliver a very epic experience, as good as any other Diablo games.
It's going to be the best Diablo ever. I said it here first.
It is going to be possibly the most difficult battle in the game ever.
Best Diablo ever, okay. Diablo Immortal, log in, guys.
Well, they're called Lilith's Mightiest Warriors, and
Okay, let's check out some of this here. Metamorphosis, Mercenary Perk.
Tell us more about what we just saw. We've got Diablo's GM Rod Ferguson, and please welcome
Mercenary
Diablo
Core.
Immortal's executive
So one is a
producer,
perk, one
Pei
is a
Wen.
core.
Thanks so much for joining us, Pei Wen.
Outgoing priority lose
What the
control
hell
with
was
demonic
that?
curse
Are
and
you
transform
kidding
into
me?
ferocious demon.
That's
One
got
can
huge
demon form as either
implications for the
shadow
Lord
or
Diablo,
fire
because
based on skill tree
you're bringing him
choices.
back.
Yeah, well,
Summoning has
anyway,
verification chance to
the
inherently
thing
and
that I
summon a
don't think
hostile
everybody
elite
really
demon.
knows what Diablo Immortal is,
Okay.
really. So let's start with there.
Okay.
Full loot.
I think Diablo Immortal. The way to think about Diablo Immortal is
Oh wait,
free to play.
this is like an AFK farming
It's a way to
strat?
bring more players, and we wanted
It
to go
sounds like it.
where the players are, and we were like, okay,
Flame
not
surge.
everybody is part
Put
of
in
the
11
mainline
seconds.
Diablo
Arcane
4
shoots
world.
out a corner
So
fire
this
and
is a way
ignore
to
damage
reach
of 4
players where they
seconds.
are.
I wonder
And
if
so
they
we have
actually like
great
probably
free-to-play,
scaling with.
huge
I mean, they did
campaign
make
over
minions
11
scale
zones.
relatively
We
well
had
with
8
Necros these
classes,
days,
just
so
added
maybe
2 over the last 2
you can
years.
also do something like that with mercenaries.
The best, yes.
The best class.
With the Blood Knight and the Tempest, our new classes. And so it's really an exciting time. And so the story, the campaign, which is, again, over these 11 zones,
Basically,
is
a
basically
fireball
you're
plus a
working with
flaming
Deckard
bolts.
Cain to beat this demon Skarn. Now, what's happened is that this takes place between Diablo 2 and Diablo
Wait,
3.
so which one is the
that's why
Haunt? So
Deckard
this
Kane's
looks
still
like, this is the
alive,
Metamorphosis.
and we're able to bring,
Or the
you know,
hovering
Diablo
over
back.
something.
So
No, Metamorphosis is
it's a
the
really
first
exciting
one.
time.
Okay, that's the
This is what
first
this
one.
whole
And then
year
this
has
is the
been leading
fire
up
and this is
to.
the shadow.
The year of the
Okay.
Age of Unmaking.
So he
This is the
started
return of
Metamorphosis.
Diablo, and they've been building towards
Since
it
our
for
free
like
goes these
over the
souls
last
that haunt
couple of years
enemies.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're never gonna get Witch Doctor,
I
guys.
think, you know, you can tell Diablo is very, very major character in the Diablo franchise.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anything else coming, so let's see. These souls follow targets for 10 seconds, dealing moderate damage per second. When the target dies, the soul jumps to another target. It's literally Haunt from Witch Doctor. We're never gonna see Witch Doctor, guys. F. I was really hoping for Witch Doctor at some point. Selecting this skill will change Alkin's basic attack and its metamorphosis perk will turn it into a Shadow Demon. Basic attack Shadow Tendrils. Release a burst. Shield charge. Cooldown 14 seconds. Right here charges into the shield, taunting with nearby enemies. Second skill will change when he has weapon and basic attack, weapon, tower, shield, basic attack, shield, bash. Okay, so I guess you can also have a weapon, I suppose, and not just a shield. Best enemy with shield, dealing more damage and gaining 28% of his maximum life as 45. So he gains 45. Enemies near here are slowed by 40% for 4 seconds. Whereas now you gain 5% increased armor. Wow. Okay. Provoke. Radiant taunts enemies around you and you gain 5% damage reduction per target taunted after 50% for 5 seconds. That's pretty wild. He already has a taunt here from the shield. And he has another taunt there. Crater. Where he strikes the ground 3 times, pulling in nearby enemies. Final strike also stuns enemies for 3 seconds. Yeah, that basically looks like the Diablo 3 followers. With like slightly more interesting choices. And very long cooldowns. And that's it, so I only saw those 2 guys. I wonder if they're gonna do any kind of damage. I kind of doubt it. So I think something like the demon, for example, sounds like completely pointless outside of the potential AFK farming strat. Where you randomly summon a demon. %33% chance. I wonder how often it transforms. Okay, anything else? Just a bunch of screenshots. Here's the shield, here's the pull. Poor skeletons. Here's the Vampires guy. I've been missing like the demon, I guess, but okay. Yo, Neckar, thanks for Prime. The entire system seems like it's for leveling. I wonder what this report is. I guess these are these perks that you can unlock, but they didn't really give us any details about it. They just said they can unlock perks over time. And I don't know what you get from those perks. I guess they might become stronger or something. I wonder if these guys will just die all the time. Romans. They're gonna be nothing more than helping a trigger status effect. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. But here, for example, you can't even rely on the burn unless like some of the perks down there allow you to get like another fire spell or a longer burn or something like that. So for Zorks, you could think about, okay, maybe you don't go Firebolt Enchant, but you have this instead. Well, Port, as you can select one of your own skills, have them trigger an attack. And they called this differently though. They called this... reinforcement. So maybe this is in the report thing, but they called it reinforcement. So are they showing anything else here? No, right? Is it still immortal stuff? D4, the new dating sim. Yeah, so on 29th, so in 8 days, they're gonna have a campfire chat. And supposedly, like, at least pre-Gamescom, I heard about Thursday, like tomorrow, being a day where they also show off stuff. But, I don't know. Reinforcement conditional power. Yeah, so it's like whenever you use a certain skill, and I guess there's a certain cooldown. So I wonder how viable it is to actually play no Merc at all, and then have like this reinforcement stuff. So that's actually what I was hoping for, that we would get an option to not play with mercenaries, and it seems like we do. The question is it viable? Maybe these guys will be more important later. And it didn't show us any inventory. So it sounds like we cannot actually give them gear. I don't think they said that we can give them gear. With enough rapport, you can craft your own AI girlfriend. Do you really want to have an ex-cannibal as a girlfriend? Okay, on the City of Curas, it literally, as I said, nothing. And nothing about the Spiritborn either. Let me just find this from yesterday. What was revealed? That's all we know. Okay. Party Finder is big. Season 6. That's gonna be interesting. Both for mine cages, but for everything, kind of. Paragon, put the power into players' hands. Sounds like a big overhaul. Kinda needed, to be honest. Okay, Dark Citadel. Okay. Weekly updated rewards. Score of retempering. Breaks. Okay. Alright, maybe I can say something like Season 6. First campaign. Play through. It's forced. Okay. Score of retempering probably requires you to clear the raid 5 times in order to get enough currency to buy 1 scroll. That gives you 1 more temper attempt. Log in. The only thing bricked in Season 6 will be me. Well, they're not drip feeding it necessarily. This was actually a lot of info here, and then they said in 8 days there's gonna be like even more. And then we are just like 5 weeks out anyway, so I guess they're gonna show us pretty much everything. Like especially this year, I guess we have no information. Here, this is okay. Maybe we're gonna see more of the skill trees. Maybe they're gonna say more about the paragons because they didn't really say much. I think this is over here with the Xbox stuff. Too many things open here. You show me an item from someone you just saw. Okay. Seems like we won't see any mid-season patch. They might still do one. I mean, mid-season is not here yet. And if they do a campfire next week, they might actually say, hey, by the way, after all of this expansion stuff, we also have like a little update. But I don't really expect much, to be honest. I mean, what they're gonna put in this mid-season patch. You know, everyone is in expansion mode next week. So, who cares? Maybe something small. Maybe they're gonna buff 1 or 2 builds on a class and I don't know. The pork idols in Discord is very important right now, only gains. But so many people are posting stuff there. Dude, it's not even 12 out of 12. What is this? Nice. The retemp thing better be a countdown and fucking hard to get. Yeah, it should be pretty hard, for sure. They said weekly reward for the Undercity? No, this was for the Dark Citadel, I think. Did they say for the Undercity? I thought the Dark Citadel, it said something about weekly changing rewards or something. I thought this was about the raid, not about the Undercity. Yo, Baldest Player is back. Thanks, Prime. Yeah, weekly was for the raid, exactly. It's not for the Undercity, they didn't say anything about the Undercity. Breaking items is fine, it's some very powerful Gamba at the end of item progression. Yeah. Yeah, I think as well they need to add something at the end of the item progression, like corruption from Val Orbs in PoE. I would love something like that. To break your GG items once they're done. It's a raid that they aren't calling a raid. How many players for raid? I guess it's like 4 players, right? 2 min, 4 max. Oh, they said that, okay. I missed that part actually. They said it. players. What do you think about Mercenary? Well, I am very excited to learn more about this reinforcement system, because I hate the idea of having a mercenary with me. But I was hoping that they would do something like you can play without mercs, and looks like they did, so that's good. I just wonder like how good it is. Scroll of corruption. We're expecting to be more than 4-man group. Dude. The servers go down when the world boss lives more than 20 seconds. You think you're gonna see more than 4 people in an instance? Yes, Biscuit. They never call it a raid. Yeah. But it is what it is, right? It's a raid. It only matters if you can reach power parity with or without a merc. Otherwise you're nerfing yourself. Yeah, of course. You know, the reinforcement needs to be kind of like a strong, impactful thing less often compared to, you know, the merc being there all the time and giving us some little buffs and whatever, right? I guess it will depend on like what can they actually give you. Like so far nothing of this looks really interesting for the mercs. Like here, I'm just gonna assume they do 0 damage, right? So this is the base assumption. Let's just say the mercs do nothing. So they only have utility. And then what do we want from them? Okay, here is he taunts enemies for 4 seconds. I mean, useless. Enemies near here are slowed by 40%. So this could be a source of slow potentially. Okay. 5% increased armor. You would never use your mercenary to cap your armor, I guess. Because this might not even be consistent, right? So here the taunt with the damage reaction, that seems kind of good, but it's also only 5 seconds out of 25. A random 3-second stun every 22 seconds. I don't know. I mean, with the amount of crowd control that we have these days, unless they're severely nerfing, like, you know, or let's say the delete Worldly Fortune or something, I don't really see any of this being really relevant. Like, they have to literally delete Fist of Fate and Worldly Fortune for something like this to really matter. And until then it won't. Like, a random 3-second stun every 22 seconds will not matter for anything. And you also have to wait for him to strike the ground 3 times. Until then the entire screen is dead anyway. So... Is that all this about the Scorpion? The Scorpion? What? More info. The Seneschal. Ah. Yeah. I mean, what did the Seneschal do exactly? People played with Fireflies a little bit, once they figured out the OP combo. And then we had Genesis, and we had what was the other thing? Evernight? Just like skill ranks and damage buff. And that was it, right? Yeah, it was just a character buff. Like, the thing was way too slow to even apply any kind of debuffs for you, because the combat is so fast paced these days. And I don't really see us going backwards with the pace of combat. Yeah, it did some things, sure. And maybe these guys are also gonna do something like the Seneschals at some point when you have them like min-maxed. But I don't know, stuff like this here, like this is like mostly CC and like little buffs. So far, like what we see here is not really interesting, but who knows, maybe the Ranger can apply some, I don't know, you know, damage debuff or whatever, right? And then you would go with the Ranger. He does like maybe some power arrow. Who knows? They said you can have an active merc, one as reinforcements, so it will be 2. Wait, you can have an perma and a reinforcement merc. Oh, I thought you have the choice to have a perma merc or no merc, who then sometimes comes to your aid when you use something. Okay, there's also a post. Gonna see if there's any other details here. It's one or the other. Yeah, exactly. That's what I understood as well. Never fight alone. Mercenaries are by your side. I wonder how fast they will get one shot. I don't really expect these guys to live. But it also looks like they don't really draw aggro either. So maybe they are invincible. And they just don't draw aggro at all. Even the shield guy. I mean, he can taunt, I guess. But if they're not permanently immune, then I absolutely expect this guy to do a taunt and instantly die. So, that is my expectation right now. Okay, so the Shield Bearer, Cursed Child, Berserker Crone, and Bounty Hunter. So let's name them properly. Cursed Child. Okay. And it also gives you this kill streak thing. With the massacre meter. Oh, there's more. Mercenary reinforcement, yeah, that's basically all the stuff they showed us. Ah, here, so let's see. Mercenary reinforcement. Select another unlocked mercenary with a mercenary to be a combat reinforcement. Okay, so you will have one perma, and you will have a reinforcement. XP bar? 59-1. Yep. Interesting. D3 Paragons. That's what it looks like. Okay. Reinforcements will emerge during combat to perform a skill to aid you in combat. Each mercenary has abilities that it can use to reinforce you by casting one of the skills you possess. Casting one of the skills you possess. All for a specific combat scenario. So I guess it's like when you engage a boss, reinforcement comes in or something like that. They also said that we will have mercenaries in party, right? Setting this in-game action to trigger is called an opportunity. Some users can have the ability set to activate when you are hit by a control impairing effect. Okay. Only the party that gets one. Okay. Only later. Okay, reinforcement. That's just actually wrong. Select second mark. Jump in. Sometimes I use an action. A certain situation arises. Skill use. Let's engage. Right, I guess. Control. Note that you will need to have a different hired mercenary than the one who is currently your reinforcement. Once you have unlocked another mercenary outside of here, you'll be able to equip someone in both slots. So I suppose this is This? Or is it one here? So... This is a spirit bone, okay. So this is the character. This is the spirit hall. And I guess it's a skill tree, right? And that's the mercenary. Did you give us a screenshot of this report or what? Earning report. Ah. Wait a minute. This is like literally the mother's gift progression. Okay. The ability will be cast when player casts rapid fire, has a 15 seconds cooldown. Is this here? Where's that from? Yeah, so I save it. On the stream. Oh, did not miss that. Nice. Good catch. The ability will be cast when player casts rapid fire. Okay, so you can kind of just like put it under your skills on the bar or something like that. Oh. Okay. We're all minion builds now. Let's go. Okay. They were probably like, oh man, everyone loved playing Minion Necro in Season 4 so much. Let's make mercenaries for everyone. Okay, trust the most swiftly earned in blood screen throws of battle. This trust of mercenaries known as a report. Reports what they use to upgrade each mercenary. Earning skill points, unlock more of their abilities, caches increasing your ability to barter with each of your cohorts. Barter with them? What do you want to barter with? Earn plus 10 additional pale marks. I think the pale, if I'm not mistaken, the pale marks is like Dark Citadel stuff. Passive stacks with all marks of honor, bartering upgrades. Tier 6 reward. Earn a port by completing any activity or killing worthy foes with Subo as a hired mercenary or reinforcement. Okay. Did I take a screenshot of this? Yeah. Okay. Pay the marks. Use to enter into trade agreements. Okay, maybe it's not the Dark Citadel stuff. Restock a mercenary's inventory and barter for goods in a mercenary den. Bartering and trade agreements become available upon reaching level 5. So wait a minute, is this like a one-time reward of 200 marks and that's it or what? Each mercenary has 10 levels of report to earn. Repeating the last level will earn you additional pay marks. Okay. These point coins are earned for report, granting the ability to purchase items from the mercenary and use to refresh their wares available for trade. Pay marks can be used to barter with each mercenary and purchase coded items from the inventory. Obtuse Sigil Cache, Angel Breath Cache, Scattered Prism Cache. Restock. Ring of Combined Strength, Ring of Alacrity. Okay. So you can get some random legendaries and you can get some materials. I guess that's not bad. Each mercenary has a specific inventory for barter, which can be upgraded to offer a wide variety of caches. Payments can be used to broaden the items you have available to barter, influencing which items may appear in the inventory next. Vendor. So each of these horse deal is in depth to carry their own specialty within the den. Seek out their corresponding talents as blacksmith, occultist, jeweler, and trusty stash holder. Uh-huh. So you basically have like a little town in the mercenary den as well, if you want to go there. So there's a prime location to source the power needed to push your highest potential. Let's see if there's any more details. Okay, deep in the heart of Nahantu, another twisted test of the first Khazra. The ultimate co-op challenge, first of its kind, Diablo 4. This endgame cooperative dungeon rewards groups of players that can best the many perils that lay within. And you have for free individual wings. Okay, 3 wings. That's new. Final boss. I guess it's gonna be like mini Naxxramas. Okay, Brave the Dark Citadel. I wonder if they have like one-shot mechanics and like, you know, enrage timers and these kind of things. Oh, what's going on? Gonna be very interesting to do this on hardcore for the first time. If they have like very intricate strategies, this might not be very hardcore friendly for like the first week. So we'll see. On the other hand, I mean, 1 week is plenty of time to learn the strategies from other people that have done it on softcore, for example. Communication with allies will be key. The new markers is available to help. I wonder how like 2 versus 3 versus 4 man is balanced here. If it's, for example, going to be easier to do as 2-player instead of 4-player, for example, because there's like less coordination and stuff. Hardcore Citadel login. Yeah, it sounds really fun actually. Maybe it has like some super high-end difficulty. I guess it has like multiple difficulty levels. It's probably going similar to like Mythic, Heroic, LFG, Raid and stuff. I wonder if they want to recreate this on different difficulties or something. Besting these complex boss will indicate wings will require the efforts of your entire party. Each wing can be taken down as a group and can be done in multiple visits if you require it despite doing this current task. Communication with allies will be key. The new marker system will be able to indicate your next intended move. Okay. Yeah, these markers were already in the Spirit Bomb preview. Apparently this was like some on the emote wheel. You can like assign them with hotkeys. Markers like in you can earn weekly reward cash the first time Citadel is completed. These cash should grant you resplendent and exclusive items. Resplendent and exclusive items. Only offered from the Dark Citadel. And Citadel coins. Okay, this is... Unlock the path to the Citadel. The Citadel becomes available once you reach the end game. You receive an introductory quest, which only needs to complete once. Okay. Plus 1 spark. We just get like 1 spark per week. Now we need some kind of a ladder or rank system. Yeah, it would be really cool. Like, imagine it was like a ranking for like fastest clear of the entire Citadel or something, right? Just from start to finish or something. Just like a speed clear ranking. That'll be badass as fuck. Find allies and bolster your party. Okay, minimum of 2 players, but it's equivalent to raise arms with a party of 4 for the best chance. Okay, so I guess that the mechanics will probably not downscale. So I guess they designed everything to work as 2, technically. But I guess that, you know, just because there's 4 people, there will not suddenly be like double as much stuff going on. And there's only like 1 guy who actually has to do a mechanic, and then the other 3 guys just DPS or something. Okay. Go far, go together. Here's another screenshot of the party finder. Tier 2 to 3. Sepulchre of the Forsworn. Visited 1 hour 5 minutes ago. Party man's party. Okay, so this is dungeon, this is nightmare dungeon, this is horde, this is pit, this is helltide. Tier 2 to 3. Friend and party. Level 53, level 53. Competitive, completionist, chatty. That's a tag. Nice. Torment 1. Okay. Thanks, White Roses. T16 is coming back. D3 Paragons and D3 Torments. Party finding gives the ability to list the type of party looking for. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I can basically just like... Okay, whatever. Discover the underbelly of Cuira's Undercity. So here we go. Break grows deep in the belly of Cuira's. Signals which will devour and harm to if left unchecked. Undercity is an intense new multi-stage time attack dungeon perfect for leveling towards endgame content and targeting powerful items to help you progress. Okay, so it sounds like it's not actual real endgame. Search and for a cure or planets forgotten riches for yourself. Okay, clear the streets. What is this? That's a lot of gold. In the Undercity, every second counts as you fight against hordes of demons, and time itself, as the rapidly depletes out in its time-limited mode. Greatly increase the quality of your rewards by earning attunement gained through killing monsters and completing events. Slay powerful affected demons to extend your time in Undercity to reach the final boss. Yeah, this sounds really fun actually. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope it's cool. Enemies. Finish events to raise timer. Augment your run and reap the rewards. Undercity is the prime location to source the power needed to push to your highest potential. Throughout Sanctuary and within the Undercity, you will earn keys called tributes. You can use to augment future runs to target specific rewards. Okay, completing activities while in the Undercity collects the attunement, which increases the quality of the loot after slaying one of the Undercity's all new bosses. High quality tributes yield the greatest. It sounds like in general they're doing like a lot of work with bosses this expansion, which is very nice. Because the amount of bosses and the variety in bosses that we have is extremely low. And just in the Spiritborn preview that we played in like when I was there in NA, just in those random dungeons that we were doing, there were already like as many bosses as Diablo 4 has currently, basically. Outside of like the Uber bosses and stuff and the other bosses. But just the dungeon bosses were already like twice as many in variety. And now there's the raids, and now there's also the Undercity of Cuirass. So it sounds like we're gonna have like, you know, 5 times the amount of different boss fights or something, which is very nice. I just hope that bosses in general get like a bit of a bigger position. Okay, higher quality tributes, you're the greatest spoils, but I also raise the challenge of the next run considerably. Okay, sounds fun. New progression updates. Across Sanctuary, the progression updates coming in Festival Hate will offer a permanent and fundamental shift in how you level and progress throughout the world. Okay. These permanent changes to the base game are aimed at making leveling more rewarding, putting more power in your hands. You'll be able to access deeper customization to power earlier in your character's adventure, reinvigorating the leveling journey into new heights. You have more to share on August 29. Okay. Playing Demon Wings. Alright. So at least there was a bit of info now, and honestly they're curious. Lots of stuff, yeah. Overall happy with the announcements. Yeah, at least we got a bit of juice here today. Max level 60 confirmed. Oh, they didn't confirm anything, but from all of these leaks, it looks like it, yeah. Have you guys played the game? Torment 1 has been in the game for ages. Yeah, but it's not numbered right now, it's just Torment. World Tier 4 is Torment, there's no number. So they say Torment 1 here, and then it says 9 Dimension Tier 2 to 3. They're level 16, every screenshot on the raids. Let's see the raids again. So this is like level 59, 1 Paragon. Where are the raids? Nothing there. The party finder was 60. I saw like level 53 in a party finder. 53, 53. Not much to see there. Maybe in one of these screenshots I have. Here they censored it. Here is level 60, this guy, yes. Censored again. Okay. This is a random screenshot of me, by the way. Desecrator. Ah. Pictures taken moments before disaster, guys. Uh-oh. More reinforcements. Ah, wait, where is this from? Oh yeah, spins rapidly towards the target location, constantly inflicting bleeding damage over 5 seconds. Cooldown 20. Mercenary, iconic. So they have core, iconic, and what was it, trait or something? There's a pull, there's a whirlwind, there's, I don't know, some berserker rage, some slam, I guess, some throw, and another slam or something. The video I won't watch. Wait, is there another video? Wait, is this something new? Wait, this video. Did we just see this? Yeah, this is exactly the stuff we just saw.
Reinforcement ability.
Yeah, you're right, here's reinforcements, okay. Can we get some more than 3 pixels? Okay. To open paint again. Here we go. Anything else I can see there? Ah, here. Yeah, I probably missed this. I didn't go back far enough then. So here you select, okay, so you select what they do and you select your ability. Yeah, look. Ability of a caster, cast rapid fire, and here does rapid fire, and there. Oh, where's she coming from exactly? It just appears. And it just spawns right in the monster and goes. Okay. She's fast. Okay, so I missed the stuff. Alright. Okay, anything else in there? I think I got pretty much everything. Cool. Two seconds after has the Archer Merc. Yes. Sorry, Symphony, by the way. I can link this here as well for everyone. So this is the link. Let's make a command out of it. Do we have an expansion command? Oh no. Okay. So let's do this here. Let's solve hatred. Expansion. Okay. Season of Retempering. I wonder what I gotta name it. You see a Merc health bar. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe it's not a health bar, it looks purple. This looks more like you're in town here. It's not a health bar, he's not dead in town. I think this might be like some kind of like, you know, maybe ultimate bar or something, perhaps. Support, XP, yeah, maybe something like that. I mean, it seems a bit like report bar and experience bar seems completely pointless if you ask me. Like, you have the button here to check it. Why would you want to see it all the time? Like, why is there even... Like, why is this even shown on the side? That seems so pointless. Would I always have to look at this child now? He's a party member? Oh my god. I think that's a wardrobe button from the screenshot when the bags are open. Wardrobe button? I don't think so. Wardrobe is in town. Yeah, it could be with the demon form. Maybe that's the cooldown of the demon form or something like that. Top left. In this screenshot? This is just your inventory and your equipment. It's not a wardrobe. This is your inventory and this is your class mechanic. I think this is the skill tree and the paragons. And this is the mercenary. These are the same buttons we have in the game already. Maybe it counts as a player to do Citadel solo. Nah, they wouldn't say that this can only be done with 2 to 4 players if that was the case, I think. Because everyone is supposed to have a mercenary anyway, right? They can just, well, okay, you can solo it if you're mercenary. But they didn't say that. So. Thanks, Chico. Soon Hardcore Plus. If the child dies, you are dead too. Bro, the way PoE got away and was praised for including WoW garrisons in an RPG is insane. Yeah, for some reason people really love it, huh? I guess people just like free loot. That's probably why. I hated garrisons. Yeah, here we see it, Variana, with a purple bar. Maybe it is the report. Because it also says the level of report, I suppose. That seems so unnecessary. Like, this entire thing seems so unnecessary. Especially it is not even an HP bar. It is like literally the report bar, and why would I want to see this here? It seems so pointless. But okay. Oof. They can just give you like a little like pop-up. Okay, you reach the next reward tier or something, right? And that's it. Or at some point you can just check, or they can give you like a, you know, like a highlight when you open your mercenary window. Like, hey, new level available. Int OG51, most likely. Okay. Anything else that's interesting here? Any other leaks? Q ultimates, guys. Okay. So these are probably the different wings here that you can choose. Boss fights. Okay. Is this the same room? It's the same room. No ultimates. All the ultimates. No ultimates. All the ultimates. Okay. Nothing else here. Okay, that's it, I guess. The floor is slightly different. Maybe it is a different room. Okay, what can you see there? The button was in one of the screenshots during the stream. Okay, let me see my screenshots on the stream. Button in the top left, you say? Wardrobe icon. I have no idea what it would mean. What do you mean? Character gear screen. Here? I have no idea what you mean. This looks pretty normal to me. I mean, either way, if you can do wardrobe from town or from anywhere, it's like such a trivial little thing. I don't care. Fine. 466 life. Yeah, we saw another screenshot with a guy at level like 60, I guess. Or was it 59 Paragon 1 with 1600 life? And that was with 5 rubies socketed. That's Doma Oran, by the way. HP bar on Merc. Alright, here. Yeah, this could be an HP bar, I suppose. I guess it might be worth mentioning. Seems like... Now everyone has to suffer from minion AI. Chronix finally gets his revenge. We all necro now. How did he find a Spirit Bones movement that looked a little erratic? Oh, it's amazing. Now we all have to wait at breakable doors. Yeah, they have reputation. So here's like the stuff I gathered. It's actually a lot of stuff. So big thing is Party Finder, I guess. Kinda cool. Season 6. Comes with the expansion, we knew that. Big character progression update. Profane mind cages for everything. First campaign playthrough, forced. Okay, Paragon. Big overhaul, maybe the free system. Dark Citadel. Only co-op. 2 to 4 players. It's full party. No mention of leaderboards. Okay, get a retempering thing. Mercenaries, okay, got the 4 guys. Get the perks, we get a reinforcement, a second merc. The only leader gets merc. Alright, and unsafe crew rest. Alright. Time to record. Seneschal had an HP bar too, but was immune. True, I guess. The question is, did they just forget to remove the HP bar? Maybe it was not immune at times, because it also had taunt abilities, right? It's all stuff here. Okay. Thanks, not Batman. Alright, it is timestamp. Hi YouTube. I'm gonna do a little summary for this and we put it on YouTube. So let's do it. Let's start here. I got this. I got this. Alright. Okay. Hi everyone. So we just got some juicy expansion details that I want to walk you through here. We also got a blog post that you can read up on. I'm gonna post this down in the description. There's also this inside the game video that I've released, like an 8-minute kind of like summary of a few of the new details. This was revealed at Gamescom that I'm actually headed to tonight as well. So I'll be staying 3 days there. Also probably gonna, you know, record some stuff, do some stuff there, come back with hopefully more news, and we'll see what happens. But for now, there's a lot of stuff that they have shown us, and there will be more on the Campfire chat on August 29th, in 8 days from now. So save the date. There's going to be an even deeper dive, I suppose, with probably mid-season update for Season 5 and then expansion details. So what we got is a huge new feature. The Party Finder is coming. A few details about Season 6, a Paragon rework. They didn't say that much about it, so I guess it's going to be next week. But the Dark Citadel, the new raid feature, they have shown us a few things. The Mercenaries, you got a lot of details there. And then the Undercity of Curas. That's going to be something that is like a new type of speedrun kind of dungeon that they haven't said too much about it, but it sounds pretty fun. So let's walk through this. I also have a few screenshots here, so I just took some from the presentations. Just like, you know, this was in a video and stuff like that. So I have a bunch of these, like, you know, boss fights here from the Dark Citadel, for example. This is what that looks like. So there's going to be tons of new bosses and things to explore here with the Dark Citadel and new rewards as well. But let's go through it one by one. So let's start with the Party Finder. I have some screenshots of that as well. Looks like this. So you can find and list parties very easily straight through the game. They said this can be done straight through the map. I'm not sure exactly how. Or when you, for example, start a Nightmare Dungeon, then it will ask you or something, or you will have the option to just list it. And it seems like it has mostly like a tag functionality. So you choose, for example, from this drop-down list here, okay, bosses, dungeons, whatever, the Citadel, if you want to do the raid. And then you can also, like, for example, write a little description there, and it will be listed like this, and you can go and find people like this. So this is a huge new feature that they're finally introducing. A lot of people have been waiting for this, and I'm quite excited to see how this will go. So lots of little like details they can do there. Pretty cool stuff. So this is what we know about it. We'll see how exactly this will play out, but it seems like it will be console friendly enough through this like just drop down menu system and, you know, the tags that you can add. There was also like another screenshots where you saw that they were like, you know, competitive and chatty and, I don't know, some kind of like tags that you can set for your party, for example. So you can kind of like show what kind of group this is going to be, basically. Okay, then for Season 6, so there's a few new details here. So number one, this is not exactly new, but it will come exactly with the expansion launch. So season launch is the expansion launch. Season 5 will end exactly at the expansion. So all comes together at once. You will also have to play through the campaign at least once. You're forced through the first campaign playthrough, at least the Vessel of Hatred campaign, I imagine. I'm not sure if you also have to do normal, I guess not. But the Vessel of Hatred campaign, this also allows you to unlock those mercenaries that will be part of the campaign when you get the first introductory quests for the first guy, and there's 4 of them, and then there's more quests later where you unlock them one by one, basically. Then they also said there is new character progression updates coming on the level of Season 4 Loot Reborn. So I guess for people that have played before Season 4 and then Season 4 or Season 5, you will have noticed a massive difference. And sounds like it's going to be similar yet again. So they have not really said what exactly is going to happen there, besides that there's something coming for Paragons. But I'm quite excited, and I guess this is also something they're going to show us next week here. And they also talked about opt-in on the challenge you want to experience. It sounded like something like Profane Mind Changes, but for everything. So generally raising difficulty according to your character's power, for example, not just for Hell Tides, but basically anything you do, you know, I guess Whispers, you know, the Curas, this Dark Citadel, and so on. There was also something here in the screenshots, for example. I think we have that actually in the Party Finder screenshots. There seems to be a mention of multiple Torment levels. At least we saw Torment 1. So it sounds like they are moving towards maybe like a Diablo 3 system here with like endgame Torment difficulty levels that kind of like scale up as you progress and get stronger and stuff like that. I can't find the picture now, but somewhere there it's here. So this might be what they're referring to. Then we have Paragons. They didn't say that much, just a huge overhaul is coming. Put the power into players' hands. I'm not sure what that means, but we do know that the Paragon system is changing. The new max level seems to be level 60, and then there seems to be a Paragon progression after that. We also saw this in some of the screenshots. So I think this is here actually. Let me just check that real quick. So there are for example here, there's like level 59, and then like there's like a blue 1 here. So it seems like these levels are now separate and not directly, you know, Paragon is integrated in the leveling process instead. It seems like it's separated now. So this is at the very minimum what's coming, and then more overhauls as well, but they didn't really say anything about this yet. Now for the Dark Citadel. So this is the new raid feature. They didn't call it raid, but that's basically what it is. So you go in there with a party of at least 2 people, up to 4. They said it's better to do it in a full party, so it sounds like that maybe just like the HP values of monsters scales up, similar to how dungeons work now. But the mechanics might not scale up. You know, there might be certain mechanics where, you know, one guy has to go and do something while the other guy just blasts the boss or whatever. And in that case, when you have more people, then one guy is busy and 3 guys can do whatever they want. So this is kind of what I expect here, and it sounds like generally you want to go in with a full party, but it might be doable as 2 as well. But yeah, this is always like a co-op feature. There will be like mechanics that, you know, what I just described. Maybe one guy has to, you know, protect the party with like an item, they said, for example, time things, coordinate. So it sounds like something you want to go on voice chat for. This is also integrated in the party finder, by the way. There's like a voice chat button as well, for example. So it sounds like they definitely want you to coordinate and have a bit of like this WoW raid feel, I imagine. We'll see how this will play out. It sounds kind of fun. This first raid, I guess, that they're doing, or I'm not sure if they're gonna do more, but for now there's gonna be like this 3-wing raid. It has like a Khazra theme, the first Khazra or something they call it. And there's a final boss at the end after clearing the wings. And you get some exclusive rewards as well. So first of all, there's like a weekly reward that you can get, apparently different rewards as well per week. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna work. There's also a new currency, the Citadel coins, with a new vendor. With scrolls and custom cosmetics, including a scroll of retempering. So you can unbreak your bricks. So that's kind of cool. Let me try to find a few of these screenshots. So this is, yeah, these are some of the bosses here that I showed earlier from the Citadel. So there's lots of boss fights. And then there's the vendor here, for example. So these are these new coins that you get there. And here you can like have some healing scrolls for your party. You can summon goblins, and I don't know what all these other scrolls and elixirs will do. I guess these are also generally kind of party buffs or something like that. Maybe debuffs for the bosses, or, you know, maybe something happens, or they can help you solve a certain mechanic in a certain boss fight or something like that. We don't know how much of this you get. We don't know how important these things are or how difficult this whole thing is. But I guess that maybe on the highest difficulty, it might be quite a challenge and you might want to use those consumables. So that's what's coming here with the Dark Citadel. It doesn't sound like these exclusive rewards are necessarily required to progress a character. So yeah, okay, unbreaking your items is kind of cool, but technically not required, I'd say. And we'll see if there's anything else. There's cosmetics that they said you can get there. So this is, for example, one of these armor sets that comes from the Dark Citadel. And there's more like that as well. So here's like some necro armor, and here's like another weapon and so on. So you can get stuff like that. But since there's a forced co-op feature, I would be very surprised to see this as like a requirement to actually fully build your character, for example. But yeah, they said resplendent and exclusive items. We'll see what that means exactly. Probably a relatively easy way to acquire mythics, I imagine, or like these cosmetics, as I said. Didn't say anything about leaderboards. Then we have the mercenaries. So there was a lot of info here. So I have a bunch of screenshots as well. So this is like some of these screenshots here, for example, from the mercenaries. They have a skill tree, each of them. So there's 4 different types. There's like the shield bearer, the bounty hunter, there's like a ranger. Then there's the berserker crone, that's like a female bard basically. And then there's this cursed child, as you can see here right now. It's like a demon. It has like a satyr horns and stuff, and it transforms sometimes and does like some crazy spells. And that's what you can see here. So they have like kind of like a skill tree that fans out a little bit. And for example, here you have like a shadow and a fire variant of this companion, and they have different skills down here, and then like, you know, some passes that they can trigger. It sounds mainly like they will be able to like debuff stuff for you. It's a little bit similar to the Seneschal, I guess. Maybe give you a little buff here and there, you know, put some slow, some CC, and put a fire dot. Maybe it could help out Zorks instead of fire bolt enchant, for example. These kind of things. Personally, I don't expect these guys to do any kind of damage, but we'll see. At least in a late game, I imagine they become irrelevant pretty fast and potentially just die all the time. They seem to have a health bar, as you can see here. That might mean bad things for them. And it also doesn't look like we can actually gear them up. So there's skills and rapport. There's no inventory or something like that. So no items for a mercenary, it seems. And this is kind of like the system here. But yeah, there's a bunch of different skills. They showed us a few of them, not all of them, but the theme is kind of the same. So here, like, he charges in with a shield and he taunts enemies, and then he gains fortify. So this definitely sounds like they can die, for example. And here he slows enemies that are nearby, and here you get a bit of extra armor when he's there, and so on. So yeah, in general, this is what they do. I guess we'll see more of the details once we have the full skill trees, once it's out. Maybe we're gonna see a few more previews next week as well of what these guys do. Here's some of the abilities. So there's like the ranger guy who basically has probably a better rain of arrows than rogues do. Then here's the barb mercenary that can pull enemies to you. That sounds kind of useful, at least in some cases. Here's a shield guy with the bubble. So he's like a wannabe paladin. And yeah, this is kind of what we got here for our mercenaries. So you get like, a bunch of skill points to spend. I'm not sure if you're going to get more. Maybe you kind of just go down one of the paths, unlock like 2 of those skills, and you can choose, okay, what does the skill do exactly? Does it have like maybe a debuff or, whatever. So that's kind of what we see here. And there's also this report feature. So this looks like this. So this is kind of like this, Mother's Gift reward right now, for example. You use the mercenaries and, do activities, and then you slowly fill out the bar. And as you do that, you get some rewards here. You can rank them up to 10, and then you have like an infinite repeatable reward. And you get, I'm not sure what exactly besides those pale marks, but yeah, you get these pale marks here. These is like a new currency they can use to buy stuff from your mercenaries. So there's like this mercenary den, it's called. It's like a mini town that you unlock. And you can then go to those guys and you can buy certain materials and certain items. You can refresh the inventory of those marks and maybe try to gamble for something really good. I'm not sure if this is like required, but it might be like a nice little way to gear up on the side or something like that. And this is it. And then there's another feature called reinforcement. So in addition to a permanent mercenary, you will also have the option to select a second mercenary that will reinforce you for a moment, for like a little time, do an ability and then disappear again when you do a certain thing or when something happens to you. So one example is here, when you cast rapid fire, then this mercenary comes in and does the whirlwind or something like that. And it also was mentioned that, for example, when you get crowd control, this will trigger with a certain cooldown and so on. So maybe there might be like tons of different triggers, and you can kind of customize what exactly needs to happen for the mercenary to come. But this is the kind of like what you can do here. So you can either do it actively or passively, and then sometimes a second mercenary comes in and does some stuff for you. So it's a reinforcement system. And in parties, there will be one mercenary only for the party leader. Yeah, here's some more screenshots of those pale marks. So yeah, you can barter for goods and do trade agreements. And here's like this inventory screenshot. So you can talk to these guys in a mercenary den and buy items from them. So here's some legendaries. Here's up to sigil caches, angel breath, scanner prism. And they all have their own like specialties, basically, it sounds like. So yeah, this is kind of what I got here. This is the mercenary stuff. We'll see if you're gonna get more info. But personally, yeah, I'm kind of unhappy about having to use mercenaries. We'll see how impactful they will be. Maybe there will be downsides to having them, like for example, they draw aggro when you don't want them to draw aggro, and you can't really make pulls that easily and these kind of things. So we'll see if there will be that required, but it sounds like everyone is supposed to have a mercenary and they want you to have mercenaries. But yeah. And last thing, Undercity of Curas. So this is something they have only just mentioned yesterday, and there was no info in the presentation, but there was info in the blog post. So we have that here, down at the bottom, the Undercity of Curas. So this is kind of like a, yeah, if you know, for example, the Treasures of Lei Shin or something, or the, what is it called, from World of Warcraft, from Mist of Pandaria. There was like this dungeon where you speedrun through, and then you acquire more and more time, and you basically speedrun against the timer and need to reach the end and open chests on the way. So I really enjoyed that, and it sounds like it's gonna be something like that. So it's like a multi-stage time attack dungeon that gives you control over the challenge as well as the loot you find. So you go through this dungeon, you fight monsters, you raise the timer if you go very fast, and then there's also events that also raise the timer, and if you make it to the end, finish the boss, you're gonna get a lot of loot. And if you're too slow, well, tough luck. And there will be certain items, they're called tributes, they can find in everywhere, it seems, that allow you to augment those runs, make them harder, get more loot. So there will be like different difficulty levels, and I guess the lower levels will be easier to complete even on slow builds. And it sounds like this is something here for leveling towards endgame content and targeting powerful items to help you progress. So I'm not sure how endgamey this is and how high this goes, but technically it sounds like they could just scale up the difficulty and the rewards quite a lot if they wanted to. and maybe even like fully decked out characters will have something to look forward to here. So it sounds like a very fun mode, but I have not seen any content, any like footage of it or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see what this looks like. But yeah, this is basically all for this summary here. Again, there will be more info on August 29. I thought originally on Thursday there should be more reveals as well at Gamescom, so tomorrow basically, but it seems like there's not much more coming. So this was like all of the stuff that they have previewed now, but it was quite a lot. So for now, this is what we got. In any case, did I miss anything? Other than that, I think this was pretty much everything. I will link the page here, this blog post, and also there is like this Xbox live stream where there was like, you know, some talk and some more info about what they described here. There's like this inside the game video, so we can link that as well. So go check it out if you want to see it for yourself. Other than that, yeah, hope you enjoyed my summary. Bye YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, that was it. I forgot some stuff. What did I forget? It feels weird watching a YouTube video that isn't on YouTube yet. You should watch Macrobioboy to normalize yourself to it a bit. And cut. Eyebrows disengaged. I know, I use my eyebrows a lot. Where's Mother's Blessings? Yeah, this is the questions that we have, you know, for millennia already. Where is Mother's Blessing? It's super efficient to record on stream. Yeah, personally I don't like doing it. I'm very good at it, but I don't really like doing it. I just feel like it's kind of like not good stream content necessarily. So I try to avoid it and just record off stream. Mother's Blessing should increase the amount of Mother's Gift. It just makes sense. Don't try to make too much sense here at Blizzard, okay? You're being efficient with your time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can't really avoid it, you know, like in this case, it's like breaking news. So of course, you know, I'm not going to shut down the stream now and record, and I'm also not going to shut down my stream in 6 hours from now and record, because then the video is going to launch like 24 hours too late and this is over, right? So yeah, it's what it is. Like, I don't really mind, like, as I said, I don't mind recording on stream, and I would not really say too much different, I guess. Or, you know, like really make a different structure or something like that. I just kind of like went through it one by one, right? Point by point. I had all my notes, so it was relatively simple. In that case, yeah, okay, sometimes I do like retakes when I record off stream, and I try to shortcut it. I try to always like shortcut as much as possible to not waste people's time. And even like this, I ended up with an 18-minute recording now. But yeah, I mean, that was a lot of info, right? And similar with like, you know, build guides or something like that, I always try to shortcut it as much as possible without leaving anything important out. And in that case, it's nice to record off stream. What are you searching for, Julia? You're asking for the interview with the devs that already watched earlier. There's no interview. I will have an interview actually with one of the, I think with Brent even. But I can link you this here. This is, yeah, okay. And then there was the Xbox live stream. Maybe I can link that. The entire live stream. They're still live, it seems, right? So let's see where this was actually. This was like an hour ago or so, I guess. Here's Diablo Immortal stuff. So it's gonna link the timestamp when it started, I guess. Yes, Vessel of Hatred stuff.
We have to do.
Can also link that in the video as well. Dude, when did it start? This was actually a lot of time here. Okay, this was this Overwatch thing, and then after that, I think. Okay, here we go.
Interesting. Which is our winning last night.
Is Juno.
Okay, here we go. Can we timestamp this? Ah, shit. You can't do this on a live stream? Apparently not. So it is... Ah, shit. Because it's minus from the live stream. Oh boy. So it started 2:33. It's like 45 minutes in, basically, roughly. Share. Where's the share button? Here. No, can't do that. Copy. Anyway. So roughly 45 minutes in. Close this, close this. Alright. Was fun though. No nodes of leaderboards. Nah, feels bad, man. Never leaderboards. If you could at least give us a proper API, for example, right? So you can, like, you know, import characters, track, you know, kills or something like that, or whatever, right? And then we could at least do our own stuff a little bit. Good amount of news. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff there, so that's kind of nice. Well, I closed everything now, but let me try to... expansion. Okay, I put all the links everywhere, so you guys can check it also on YouTube for the in the YouTube description. It's currently starting with a Blood Surge guide on Maxwell. There's 2 empty skill slots and 1 rank and 2 different basics. That's not trolling, no. August 29th, we're waiting, yes. Is more on Xbox now? Wait, right now? Wait, are they just like just talking more about Diablo now or what?
Oh, okay.
You have to shave a beard off if you want to get.
Yeah.
No. What are you talking about? You have an interview. What?
Honestly, I cannot wait to play
Where?
this
When?
game. It looks bonkers. It looks British as heck. And honestly, we're going to
I'm
play
talking
it
about
so much when it
Adamfall.
launches next year. Thank you so much, honestly, for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your games.
When new character? Yeah, that's a good question, man.
We are going to
I don't know.
taking a little look at some other games, but your game's coming out in 2025 on Xbox Game Pass, which is great.
Okay. Debate it. Live streaming with timestamp. Oh, you made a timestamp link. Nice. Okay, let's do it. So you can actually make a timestamp link yourself, but you can't do it from the button until the stream is over, it seems. Okay, I'm updating this. Okay. Game just keeps getting better. I agree. I think so much stuff in the expansion. It's gonna be really cool. Even if you don't necessarily like mega enjoy like the dark side at all or something, right? If it's like actually optional, then sure, just don't do it or something. And you still have the other city of Kuras. You still have the mercenary. You still have the Spiritborn. You still have the Nahantu, and you know all the other good stuff that's coming in the general game improvements. So it's looking really good, man. Radio was broadcaster and Gamescom Studios. Okay, so can someone link that interview? Why am I coming to Gamescom but not on the first day? The first day is only like the media day, and then it opens for everyone. And I was just gonna go there for some Diablo stuff, some PoE stuff, some Titan Quest stuff, and I'm gonna meet a bunch of other publishers and stuff like that to see some of their games and just meet them and establish some connections, basically. And on Sunday, I will have a live stream at the Kydia booth. Okay, do I have something to show that? Let me check that. Kydia Gaming. Yes. So I can show that, yeah. So they have this X profile actually. Kydia Gaming. So this is a city in Saudi Arabia that is basically trying to become like a hub in the Arabic world. And they invited me to come visit them and actually stream from their booth there and like show off some of their stuff. I'll be playing Diablo 4 and just kind of like, show some of their stuff, meet some of them. It's gonna be quite exciting. It's gonna be on Sunday, I think 11 AM. We have it scheduled right now. And I'll be meeting them. Yeah, so it sounds like they're literally just building, like a new kind of like recreational city in the middle of nowhere, basically. It's pretty close to Riyadh. So they're connected. I think it's like half an hour from Riyadh or something. And this is supposed to be like a project finished in like the next half decade or something like that. Saudi Arabia streamer house, let's go. Yes, so they want to do like gaming there, and then like theme parks and hotels and lots of stuff. I've checked it out a little bit. They have like a website as well somewhere. So very cool. And this is like the gaming branch basically, and they invited me. So that's gonna be pretty cool, I think. It's on Sunday at 11 AM local time, so this will be 6 hours ago, yeah, for your own time schedules. 6 hours ago, on Sunday, roughly, I'll be live from their booth there, playing 74 and doing stuff. And also anyone who's coming to Gamescom, if you want to meet up or something, you know, you can reach out on Discord and we'll see. Okay, the dev interview, let's see it. Thank you. Okay, the timestamp does not work. Okay, minus 152. So did they just do another dev interview afterwards or what? Okay, here we go. How long is it? Not too long, alright. Let's see what I say. Mr. Baileys, thank you very much for the 77, for the 8 months. Mr. Bailey 77, okay.
That's what they
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more.
Diablo 4 was one of last year's most addictive games, and if you thought you were done, they're about to pull you right back in. Here to tell us about the upcoming Vessel of Hatred expansion, I'm joined by Brett Gibson, game director, and Tiffany K. Watt, production director. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Let's talk about Vessel of Hatred, coming to Diablo 4 October 8th, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And I believe at the show here at Gamescom, you're showing a new trailer for the Pale Hand Mercenaries.
Yes.
What do we need to know about this crew?
Oh my God. First off, we wanted to find a way to allow players that play specific classes to round out their builds.
There's zero info.
Certain powers that you might not actually have in that class specifically. And so, like, for example, if you're playing a Sorc, you might want to have something a little more tanky as a part of your kit. And so Mercenaries is a really great way of being to hire and bring followers along that fit those gaps.
Yeah, there's a few reasons I love Mercenaries. I mean, I've been playing Diablo for a long time. Diablo 2 always had a Mercenary with me, obviously, in Diablo 3. So really, really excited to bring this feature to Diablo 4. I'm personally a little scared when I go down into the dungeons, so having a friend with me makes it a little bit friendlier. And like Brent was saying, being able to customize your playstyle, and no matter what build you have, whatever class you're playing, there's going to be a mercenary that you can customize to really, I think, enhance what you're doing. And being able to switch them on the fly, and just all the features that it brings to the table is really exciting.
How about the respec option?
Mercenaries. I had the
You
name,
mean
so let's see
Armory?
what I can do. Rahir,
I guess the Armory is coming,
Bear,
but it's not ready
Sly
yet,
Aldkin,
probably.
the Cursed Child.
Yes.
Variana, the Berserker Crone, and Subo, the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
And I believe you encounter them as you complete quests in Vessel of Hatred.
Yeah.
Is it a specific order, or can you find them on your own, or how does that work?
You can find them on your own. You're going to find one during the campaign.
Okay.
But the really special thing about this is that we just didn't put them into the game. We actually wanted to build them out as characters. So they all have their own side quests that really lean into their human story, which we won't spoil anything here today. But they're wonderful human stories for each individual one. And the character development in Diablo 4 I think is super top notch, and I'm really excited to see it in this feature.
Yeah, it's awesome that we can continue to bring the world of Sanctuary alive through these characters, and as you're acquiring them, as you're playing through the game, is learning more about them and their backgrounds, and bringing that little bit of role playing into your gameplay.
You'll just have one of them with you at a time? You're not rolling with the whole squad?
There's a couple different ways that you can bring them in. One, if you're playing by yourself, you can bring them in as a follower, so they'll be running around the world with you. But we also have a reinforcements feature, which is no matter how many people you have in your party, you can assign them to come in and use their special powers under certain conditions that you define. And so you might be in the middle of combat and say that, on basic, have Rahir come in and throw up his power, however you've spec'd him in that moment, which is really cool because you can essentially always have them with you, even if they're not on screen.
No, I was just going to add, I think that's just to enhance on what Brent was saying, being able to trigger the reinforcements to key actions that are happening during gameplay. You can be a little bit more passive with it, like Brent mentioned, if you wanted to attach it to your basic attack. But you can also attach it to, like, hey, I just took a lot of damage. Now I want Rahir to come in and actually put up his shield for me. I think that's where the customization of the gameplay is really, really amazing.
You mentioned the campaign. Can you sort of set up where the story is going in this expansion?
Yeah, it's the story of Hatred is a longer story that we want to tell. And so when you left off in the base game, you defeated Lilith, and Narel had Mephisto and the Soul Stone. So this is really the next chapter of that. We're picking right up where we left off, and you're going to figure out what the fate of that Soul Stone actually is.
A new region, Nahantu?
Yep.
Is that right? What is sort of that allowed you to bring into Diablo 4 that wasn't there before?
Oh man, all sorts of stuff. I mean, you've got this dark gothic setting with the base game, and to be able to come in and bring something as fresh as the jungle is pretty amazing. And even though it's brand new to Diablo 4, there's a lot of nostalgia built in as well. And so for fans that have been around since Diablo 2, we're going back to a region that we touched on lightly, but now we get to dive deeper in with the open world. We got a lot more opportunity to build out that space.
We also get to bring new amazing monster families to the game. So we have the Hollows, the Dregs, and a fan favorite, the Lacunae. So that's really, really exciting. I think finding new monsters and just defeating them is a core part of the fantasy of Diablo 4. So I can't wait to see what people's reactions are to the families.
So there's a new class, Spiritborn. Any tips or tricks for people who are going to be jumping into this new class?
Oh man, this is the most experimentation that you're going to see in any class. I actually think it comes down to playstyle preference. So the tips and tricks are really based on what style you prefer. You know, I'm a Jaguar player. I really like. We were talking about this earlier. I got the coin in my pocket. Where like I like the fast-paced speed. I like being able to cover a lot of ground. But like pairing it with something like Centipede. Is really fantastic because not only are you covering a lot of the ground, but you're also leaving that damage out into the field at the same time. So I just encourage people to get in and like see all the emergent experimentation that they can get with the class and come up with things that even we haven't talked about.
Yeah, it's really great that again, I think that maybe the key of this expansion is being able to customize your playstyle, and the class in itself just caters to so many different playstyles. It's kind of gross to think that I would say I'm a Centipede player because I do not like centipedes, but I am a Centipede player, so I like the poisons that they bring, the damage over time playstyle, and you know, Brent is telling me I need to add some Jaguar into that. So
we had a long debate this morning. Yeah,
there's a new co-op dungeon. What specific challenges does it pose that has to be tackled in co-op? You can't do this alone.
Oh man, so we talked about this a lot. There's a lot of things that are going in on that, and I feel like the cooperative mechanics that we put into place need to be discovered, because part of the challenge is that we're not going to be overly forward with what those are. So it's just know that you need to go in with somebody that you trust. Know that you need to communicate, but the game is set up in a way where it's not required. But the experience is quite fantastic because it's at the core, it's still Diablo combat, right? But the mechanics that are coming up really are like you have to be on point with that combat, be a good player, and try to coordinate at the same time. It's a blast in the playtests.
Yeah, you got to jump into Dark Citadel with 2 to 4 players. But if you don't have any friends that are online at the moment, you can always use our new Party Finder feature, which isn't just limited to the Dark Citadel. You can use that feature to find parties for any of the content. But I think that's an exciting new social feature that we're bringing to the table as well.
Very cool. Diablo 4, it's been out for over a year now. It's awesome to see you guys still supporting it.
Wasn't it?
We're excited to jump in.
Okay, that's his
Vessel
work.
of Hatred in October. Thank you so much for coming by the show.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's what I was
Diablo
just
4's
showing
Vessel
earlier.
of Hatred expansion is out October 8th for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Okay, sounds like they didn't really like show us any new info or anything, right? So they were just talking about, okay, you can use the mercenaries to fill in some gaps, blah 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 blah. So nothing really special here, I guess. Okay. So this is what it is, I guess.
And anything you check off on a map is tracked in the guide as well. It's the perfect system to get to 100%. IGN maps load faster with more
let's close this. Exciting new feature, which had to be there to begin with. You mean the mercenaries? One person has to click a really long 5-minute pickup item that they get knocked out of in one hit. Everyone else has to protect them. Oh no, man. Okay. Let's go. The buff is still not there, man. Look at this. We don't have... So they said that when the devs wake up or something. I can check if there's like any news about it. Let me double check. So... No, do we have any tweets or something about it from Adam Fletcher? I know there was like some stuff. Like yesterday at least, I think he said something on Twitter or like this morning, I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm gonna ask the boys what about the Giga level session. Are we gonna do it or not? Let's see if we're gonna do this level. Okay, they're replying. Let's see what the boys say. No way, beat the record. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Just gonna call them, see what happens.
Hello.
Hi, Condas. How's it going?
I'm fine. How are you? How did you like the news?
Man, I did have hope for, you know, not forced mercenary, but here we are, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I
other
mean,
than that,
they are forcing a lot. Forced mercenaries and forced group play.
yeah, that is. Ugh, oof. So yeah, interesting. Anyway, though, I kind of like the Undercity of Kuras idea, so I'm very excited to try that.
Yeah,
And
Undercity sounds the best.
Yeah, it definitely sounds cool. So that's something for me.
Yo.
Hi. How's it going, Coronix and Panda?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Panda is muted. Unlucky. I guess he's talking to his stream. Your ex-sugar daddy. Hello. Free body expansion. I say so, yes. Log in. The party finder is good. I'm all for group play options. Yeah, I wonder if like this Dark Citadel with at least 2 players means that we just won't get SSF. If it's like not required for anything and it's just like optional content, then I think it's fine to just do SSF anyway at some point. But yeah, I guess you'll see.
Yeah, they said in the description that there are unique rewards for this encounter, so it's Giga scuffed.
Well, unique rewards sounds like the cosmetics mostly that they said.
Well, there are no precise info about that, so I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, if there's items that you can only get there, then it's gonna be a bit of a struggle, but yeah. Or it would be like items that are, you know, like random drops, like uniques, but you can also target from there, similar to like Infernal Hordes now, for example. So I guess that would still be kind of SSF viable. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. Either way, you know, SSF doesn't have to be like necessarily SSF all the way. You know, SSF is mostly like good for racing and all that stuff, I feel, anyway. So
we are embracing the meme now. This is SSF plus plus plus.
Oh my god.
True.
Yeah, well, no, the thanks are branded. Okay, so guys, do we want to like twink it out with mythics or what are we doing?
I'm really curious to see one run with like Omega gear.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we could just do a normal run now, and then with the buff, and the next time we just go full ham or something.
Wait, say again?
We could do just a normal run now, just kind of start leveling and go. And then next time with the buff, we go with mythics and with everything and just go ham.
That's gonna be a funny one. Really curious how low we can get it when we like
we can do
kick a
it
blast.
on Sunday or on Monday, I guess. Because we're both gonna be at Gamescom anyway. Pondus, you're not coming, right?
No, I'm not coming to Gamescom.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have another blessing, we're gonna level anyway. I'm gonna go on Necro for this, yeah. And then on the Giga level, I'm gonna go Barb.
I need a second, I need to switch my headset because it's battery low for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah, okay, now it's working. Oh, I had push to talk on. I'm such an idiot. I forgot. I was like, why is it not working? I forgot I turned on push to talk.
Chronix eager to die with a Shaco in every slot again.
Easy. That's my trademark now. That's the brand.
Have an info.
Yeah. I'm down to do whatever, you know what I mean? I haven't done a whole lot of group strategies, but I have Ubers, so I feel like if we're throwing on I'm not even sure what the strat should be if we're throwing on Ubers, right?
If we're throwing on Ubers, we just I don't know. I don't even know what's gonna be better. Infernal Hordes while skipping the boss or just blasting Nightmare Dungeons?
I think Nightmare Dungeons will be faster. Like we tried the Infernal Hordes last time and it wasn't really that it's nice, but it's not that good, I think, in format.
I think you have to get like the GG run for the Infernal Hordes, right? You still are like rolling the dice with the RNG, and if you got like a crazy Hellborn mods, right, you're gonna have tons of elites, tons of experience.
Yeah, but even then, like, you just can't really get much value out of being in a group, you know? Like, group is so much faster because you can split up in Nightmare Dungeons. Last time we did group leveling, like, when Chronix ripped, and we did that run, we were like, I don't know, what, like 6 hours, level 90 or something? Like, this is like literally twice as... Yeah, that was like twice as long as our... Like, more than twice as long as our record, right? So, Nightmare Dungeons is the way.
The thing is, in Nightmare Dungeons, you're literally kept by your movement speed in terms of how much XP you gain, right? And in Infernal Hordes, you can't do anything about the spawn rate of the things. Even if you one-shot everything instantly and you snap them out of existence, you're still waiting for them to spawn in, right?
Yep.
And minus events as well. Did we find out if there's an 80% multi in Infernal Hordes? By any chance?
I have not tested it, but it definitely feels like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the exact.
You guys have a character? I want to invite you to a party.
So which one would be better for the Giga leveling then, though? Rogue or Sorc?
Rogue.
Then I'm doing... Rogue is for Giga leveling?
I think so, yeah. Rogue is insane this season. Like, Blizzard can't catch up with that, I think. Also, 4-man, Blizzard, plus 30 levels. It's gonna be kind of rough. So,
are we all going rogues? Is that the plan?
Right now I'm doing a Necro. I'm gonna level a Necro.
Yeah, right now you do whatever you need, I think, but not the thing that would be the fastest leveler.
Yeah.
With
like for
Ubers.
the Mother's Blessing, I'm gonna go Barb. Barb should be really good anyway. Like last season we did a lot of Barbs and it was super fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine Barbs with Ubers is like insane.
And you just go like, yeah, charge, leap, 5 points each. shout for the twisters and everything dies, I guess.
Yeah.
Did 100 plus Uber bosses, only one mythic. Oof.
Okay, so I'm sorry though. So right now,
Did you do normal, like Unreal Druid or something, or did you do Tormented?
Or I was thinking
something that you need, maybe. I mean, you probably all have everything on 100 anyway, right?
Yeah, I have all 100, and none of them's ripped yet. So I'm down to get a backup on any of them.
I mean, then you could just play whatever you want. Or something that you think is going to cut down the time the most. Something like that.
Yeah. Sork is good, but it takes a while to go get my quest.
Sork is pretty fast compared to the other classes, I would say.
Yeah. I like Sork. We did the Blizzard build guide. We just rock some Blizzard action, right?
Yeah, I'm going Blizzard. Especially if Rogue is super good, then I save that for... Wait, did I not skip the campaign? Whoops.
I'm like super slow at making a character. I'm sorry. I didn't have him ready.
Wait, do I have you on a friend list? I don't think I ever added you, actually.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, I was gonna type my tag.
Oh, the hair color. I knew something was wrong.
What the hell is this? Nice name.
Gotta embrace the crony. Wait, what's your sock name?
Crondijo.
Crondijo, yeah, I need to embrace the Crondijo with the woody nicks.
Okay, it's gonna be fun, guys. No XP buff, unfortunately. Oh, I do have you, Panda. Just okay. I typed Panda to find you, but it's just Glassjaw here. Okay.
Yeah. My bad.
All right, all good. Okay, where's Contis now? So we have 2 Sorks and a Necro.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We don't
I guess
do the
I'll be the
quest.
guy to go Capstone, probably, right?
I don't know what Connors is gonna play.
I guess Connors can do it as well if he goes Barb again. He probably does like 7 Barbs every season. Blood
Isn't
Surge
too bad
means...
if you
Yeah, we have to do Blood Surge, I
like,
guess.
if we're doing tempers, right? And we have, if I get like armor piece, I don't think Sork is really that bad in the and if we temper, like, yeah, once you temper stuff or imprint, I mean, Blizzard's pretty strong even in the first capstone. Or I think I mean I'm not sure because it's like 4-man, I guess, but I don't know who's the fastest running through it.
Look how far we have to go for the kitty, man. The wardrobe.
Yeah,
Sample set.
Yeah, did you see that in the trailer? It is now in your character sheet.
Yeah, some people told me that wardrobe is somewhere else, and they tried to tell me that I have it on my screenshot somewhere, but I have no idea what I mean. Like, where is it?
I looked at that, and it was hilarious. You skipped it all the time. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny. Every time you skipped past it, and then you stopped at one of them that didn't have it. I was laughing so hard. It was so funny. Chat, I think Xerox was losing his mind.
Yeah, because they didn't tell me like which screenshot. They just said it's somewhere with the character screen. And I was like, okay, what the fuck, man?
And it was so funny. You skipped past it all the time, and you had it on the screenshots.
So can someone tell me what do we see on that screenshot?
Above the profile, there's literally the wardrobe symbol.
It is okay.
Allegedly, you can
in the profile. Yeah. Okay, I see it now.
You see it now? Okay. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, right now you're not able to do this, but I mean, it very much looks like you can click this thing now, and there you go, right?
Enhance, yes. Man, what happened to Condes, man? I just called him on Discord and his entire setup is crumbling.
Oh no.
Rip.
Or it's the armory copium, yes. It surely is. Is the buff on only for Battle Pass users? You should be able to salvage directly from inventory. That sounds like too mobile gamey to me.
Wait, are we giga blasting this with gear or not?
No, we're just gonna, like, you know, go like level 15 capstone or something. And
yeah, but with mythics or without?
I don't know. I mean, if you want, we can do mythics, but I was just doing it without, you know, just to like stay in shape a bit.
I've actually never leveled with mythic. You know what? I did do one barb. I did one barb with mythics for the whirlwind experience last season.
I did one rogue with an Andarius last season just because I wanted to play Andarius rogue, and then just did it from level 35.
It's probably gonna feel amazing. Just 4 people with all like mythics everywhere.
44% Shaco, let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
My god.
Shouting every 2 seconds, let's go.
Let me ask, what class will you play at Condi? What are you gonna play, Woody, on that one?
I'm gonna play Bone Spear and then Bone Spirit. But
no.
for leveling, I'll do Bloodthirst minions, I guess.
Yeah, I mean later. Oh man, Bone Spear.
Yeah. Apparently the double cast is not working properly, huh?
Which one? On what build?
I think I saw a bug report from Macro that on Bone Spear, the double cast doesn't produce the splinters. Dude, why is the Necro so much larger than the Sork, by the way? Look at that. Like, I'm so tall. I look like a giant.
What? It's like literally 3 centimeters.
No, what? Look at the head is very larger, everything is larger, I'm like wider. Look at this.
She's blasting. Necro best class. Easy. Condes is playing Barb, okay. That solves the capstone issue, I guess.
Yeah, barbs are pretty good at capstone. I mean, Sork is... maybe I'm wrong, though. I guess I usually don't go in at 15.
Condes is used to doing it. I'll probably die, I gotta be honest. I never tried it. Level 15
I've done it at
on the
15
Sork.
on Sork. I just haven't done it this season because my Sork was my first character.
Dummy, Necro, Mummy. Okay.
Oh my god.
Is this why you play Necro all the time, Chronix?
Yes.
Confirmed, guys.
The real reason was when you get the opportunity to write guides for max roll, then you write guides for max roll.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I missed the question, but writing guys for max roll is definitely pretty sweet.
And then you
I wonder how you're gonna feel about this in 6 weeks from now.
Yeah.
When
I'll
you're
be
in
honest,
guide
it was
riding
really
prison.
stressful. It was way more stressful than I imagined.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I pictured it being a little bit easier, once it got into doing like everything right, it was like, oh my goodness, this is so much.
Snail also released like a new buff guide today.
You'll get used to it.
Like doing planners, I enjoy doing planners, and I've done planners. You know what I mean? Even before I was writing guides.
Yeah, that's the easy part, unfortunately.
Yeah. That part very easy, fun. The whole back end part was like, whoa, this is intimidating.
Yeah, but trust me, you'll get better so fast. Next season is already gonna be so much easier. Because you find like your groove and you won't do some mistakes already that you did on the first go around, you know. Gonna be so much nicer to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
this was plan for Spiritborn. Are you just gonna get a bunch of new people, or have people from each class that dip their toes in?
And he has Ariads. Look how fast he it's like instant
free for all. Naked in Kyovashard. Winner survivor gets to write guides for Spiritborn, I guess.
Heck yeah. Spiritborn looks like it's gonna be fun, right?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Oh no, the boss is
you're just copium, your necro mobility. You see the Spiritborn with their new dash. And
yeah, holy moly! Now, for me, I gotta be honest. The shield bearer mercenary we saw today. We saw a shield charge, and yesterday we saw a shield throw. I'd play your mercenary. I just play the mercenary for everyone. I'm fine with that one. It has a taunt. It has a barrier. It has a shield throw, shield charge. That's literally what I want to play. Even if that makes me a mercenary for everyone, I'll do that easy. I don't even need loot. I'll just run around. I'll just run around, taunt everything for everyone.
No one gets to bring their mercenary in. I didn't get to read everything, but the mercenaries are solo only, right?
I don't know.
It said when you were playing solo, like in the mercenary header, it said when you're playing solo, you'll have your mercenary or whatever. But I don't know if there's going to be like some kind of group interaction of some kind.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to work in groups. But like, I know Woody doesn't like mercenaries. How are you feeling about mercenaries, Penna?
I'm like indifferent.
Okay.
I like lore and story stuff, so I'm kind of excited for their little quests and hearing about like the characters and the character development.
See what else is here.
So I like that aspect of it. I think all the characters look pretty cool. One of them is a cannibal. We're just letting a cannibal join our team. Like, what the heck? And then
ex-cannibal, okay? It's not that bad.
Well, the thing is, she didn't leave her tribe because she was tired of being a cannibal. They just started being too demonic. She's still totally fine with eating people, right? Like,
okay.
I mean, I'll just summon a skeleton for her to like munch a little bit on. I think necros are fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here, eat this.
Yeah.
Leave
skeleton is what she leaves behind, you know. Like, what do you mean if she munches on the skeleton? Maybe the golem. Maybe you should summon the blood golem.
Summon the blood golem. And she just munches on the blood golem.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Yeah, chat was saying that the party leader might be able to bring mercs.
Yeah, that's what my chat is saying as well.
Yes.
But that's one person, but I don't know where that info is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure either.
I mean, that's kind of weird then, right? Are you going to have 5 or 4.5 people then in a group? And why is only the party leader able to bring it? Kind of weird. They said it in the YouTube video. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of mercenaries.
I like them, but I don't. I would like them more if they weren't as impactful as they might end up being.
Yeah, but it's
like
always
they're gonna feel mandatory, right? So
he's here, guys.
I think some people would prefer to play without them. So it'd be nice if maybe they were a little less impactful. And
yeah, I would love a lone wolf option. Just
Yeah,
let me
guys, like
sacrifice
this
the
Panda
guy
Glass
and
Jaw.
I get like, I don't know, something, you know. Because like we all saw what happened with the construct AI, right? And I had to play minions whole season 4. And sometimes it's rough.
Condas, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Oh,
are you ready?
Everything should work fine. Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, we have 5 minutes until Hell Tide ends, so...
Oh yeah, we should wait, yeah.
Oh my god, okay. Let's just
Typical.
stand here, I guess. I mean, you have to
Good
do our
timing.
quest anyway. We can start like 3 minutes before because you have to do the intro quest for the Mother's Gift.
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
want to do it though?
Well, I
Oh, well,
think
I mean, yeah,
once
this
you
is
Yeah,
not
of
that big a
course. I mean,
speedrun, yeah.
you get a free spark at the end of the run. I mean, pretty good.
True.
Yeah, this is not a
If you,
giga.
well, once you accept the quest over here, I don't think you actually have to do any more. Like, you don't have
No,
to go
you,
to the
you
house,
have to
I
do
don't
the
think.
you have to
No,
go
you
to the
need to.
house,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's
Whenever
like 1
I
minute.
so because I did it before, and I don't know if it was like delayed rate, but I had extra gifts to turn in or whatever whenever.
Okay, so
like
I had some
accepted
funny
it,
stuff on my
forgot to
druid
go to the
actually.
house.
So on my druid, I did the quest. I went to the house. I did the quest there, but didn't talk to the NPC after the quest when I unlocked the Mother's Gift. And then I leveled to 100 and I wanted to get my spark. And I had to go to the house again, do the quest again, and then I had 8 caches unlocked for some reason. So
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
somewhere along the way
I-
it broke, you know. the Mother's Gift didn't count. Yes. It also didn't drop anymore.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
So we should
Yeah,
go do
definitely
the
do it
quest
then,
and you know, just have it basically. When does the blessing start? Yeah, who knows? It's a question for the ages. Soon,
Yeah, the new enemies look pretty cool too. The new tar enemies.
Which one? The tar. Ah, yeah.
The
Yeah, like all the
one
all new enemies are pretty cool. I think they did a pretty good job. Also, there's a lot of new bosses. So when we played the Spiritborn preview, like every dungeon had like new bosses and stuff like that. So
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So in general, I think they like kind of upped the game a bit with the bosses. Hopefully.
Not 20 dungeons with Tomb Lord anymore, maybe.
Okay. T minus 2 minutes. Bless you all. Here you go. Thank you.
Woody, do you still have the season 4 Blizzard Sock somewhere?
I just no. I just used the Blizzard planner from Maxwell, and then I just took the Paragon like on the fly basically.
Okay.
With the glyphs. I mean, do you have the aspects and stuff? Have you played Sock this season?
Oh no, I didn't. Whoops.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I guess
no.
at level 20 you're gonna craft a
You
few
go look,
caches.
see what I
Huh?
got.
Oh no, yeah, I need to. What were they again? They costed rawhide and stuff, right? I probably
Or
have
hide
enough,
iron
hopefully.
shanks, yeah.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, easy. I'll get carried. Wait, but then I need to prepare rogue stuff though for tomorrow. For the next giga level then.
Yeah. I mean, you can do the same thing, right? Level to 20, craft caches.
Yeah, I'll do that just before we do
I guess
the giga level thing.
you're gonna miss the Darkshore Tempers though. The Darkshore Tempers are pretty nuts.
The temper?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty strong, huh?
Yeah, Darkshore Temper is not really negotiable.
So we are going and only using data that we found, and also NPCs, right? So no mythics this run.
Yeah, no mythics. Let's just do like a normal run, but yeah, okay, leveling caches and stuff is fine, I guess, a little bit, so.
Sure.
Do you want to do the capstone, by the way? Like either you or me, I guess, Condis. Who's
I
gonna
can
do
do
the
it
capstone?
easily, like 15, 20, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just level to 25, trying to get the golem while I do the capstone.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then 35, you got a second.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So we insta leave at 15. Wait, does it make sense that we both leave? I think we can spread out and find the cache faster, right? If we both go. I think it doesn't make sense if one of us stays in Helltide and just levels.
Yeah, just get both the
No,
quests.
yeah,
That's gonna be
we'll both
whatever.
have to go.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
just
one of
do them
them,
at the
one of
same
you
time.
has to run down, and one can level like another minute or something, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting for the Helltide. Helltide has just ended, so in 1 minute. I don't know. Okay, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Actually, I need to get a scroll in the pot, I guess, just in case.
Oh, are we using scrolls? I'm
Well,
going no scroll.
I don't know.
I have just one scroll left.
Servers were unstable yesterday. So, wait, you have one scroll? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I didn't drop any of them this season. Like,
what do you mean?
And
Drop
total,
any?
I have like 5 or something.
What the
Literally.
fuck? Okay, dude. Actually, they're much more rare now. I have 30, and like a few and like spread
that's
them on across.
quite a lot.
Yeah, okay, but I've been blasting like 2 weeks straight. So I mean, and I've used like 2
you don't get them
maybe
in
or
hordes,
something.
though.
Yeah,
Is
don't
what's
get.
hard, is that
Yesterday I found a scroll in the pit.
Huh?
the pit.
I found a scroll in the pit yesterday. Yes, it happened.
Like
At the end?
during the run?
No, at the end. So yeah, from the
Ah.
chest. From the chest, I dropped a scroll. I've never seen that.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen that, I don't think.
Oh, there's someone crafting instances for later.
I do have some. I can spread them out, so wait, trade me.
That's gonna. It's fine. I'm gonna craft like 3 of them as well or something. It should be fine.
And
I
trade
have
me
some
so you
better.
can use them just in case.
wait, why me trade?
You just take what I give you.
Okay, never mind.
So you hopefully always have someone in range to pop a incense.
Okay, I'm good to go. Ready?
Yep.
Alright, that's Panda.
I'm coming, my bad, I was crafted.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Let's start the quest. Get the kitty, and then.
Wait,
You have
did we
to
start?
have to talk to this guy. You have to talk to this guy. Wait. He takes his time.
Did you start the time already?
I did the time. Yeah, I did the timer. Sorry, like 10 seconds late or something.
Didn't hear any countdown. I'm giga confused.
Yeah, I said 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh. Okay.
That's not the Rax way.
Yeah, that's not the Rax way.
Ah, shit. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
That's a Murloc.
Oh my god, I'm not sure if I can do a good Murloc impression.
That was pretty good. I don't think I can do one.
Skill points are good, huh? I think.
I see the door open and then it closes. I can't go in. That's kind of funny,
yeah,
like, because you're all going in one by one and the door opens. It's hilarious, actually. I wonder if I get the progression now. Yes, because you already started it, but it works, it seems.
Oh, sure, why not? It'll take a basic sacrifice. Nothing too unsavory. Go on and fetch me one of them Kaiser livers.
Ah. Wait, I picked up 2 of them. Oops. Can I drop it? I dropped it
and need to do it, right?
I don't know. Alright.
Peak co-op experience.
So are you both going for Blizzard Stork, or what are you guys doing?
Yep. Does that mean we're scuffed?
Blizzard is fine, but I guess if you find a gloss with the Illuminator, then I can go Fireball, that's also sick.
Yeah, Fireball would be best if we find the uniques. But otherwise Blizzard for sure.
Try a bigger one. Here she is.
Man, we're blasting.
Ah shit, I can't grief people anymore at Bone Prison.
You enjoy it.
No fun allowed.
Lethal to most, but
Thank you, Cyrus.
taken her sacred blood
Hello. What's that?
Well, it's the only
Leveling is so slow.
Wait.
We just started here as well.
What's going on?
I guess I didn't turn in. Okay, talk to this guy one more time, and then... Okay, and this is what you have to do, and you have to get the 15 Mother's Gift. Okay, let's go ahead. I guess we go from Bear Tribe.
Yeah.
Did they say something about it?
Yeah, it's coming later today, apparently.
Everyone has the same gear,
Yeah.
the leather stuff.
Nice, I got a blue weapon. Plus 12 DPS.
Oh wait,
F.
I didn't pick up my pet. F.
Uh-oh. That's an F indeed.